far will you go? With no guarantee, you know.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the midweek show. How are we all doing, guys? Very warm welcome. Good morning to you all as well.
Welcome. Can you turn my headphones up?
Yep.
Because I can't hear anything.
There you go.
There we go. Hey, hello. Welcome, everybody. Midweek Madness time.
Sun's out. Wasn't supposed to be out, but the sun is out.
Yeah.
And we got a good few hours jam-packed of aviation right through till about 1:30 today. Do need to clock off on time today as we need to go and do a couple of things for the Aviation Society.
Yes.
So we'll be wrapping up at about 1:30 today.
Certainly will. Hope you're all having an amazing week. I hope you all enjoyed the Super Sunday show just gone. Was a great show, of course. And I've got a new jacket on today. And as per Matt Smith's recommendation, it's a super dry jacket, which isn't actually that expensive. I thought super dry were like some kind of designer brand that you can't.
Well, they are kind of. I think they have some stuff which is just crazy.
Yeah.
And then other stuff which is much more reasonable.
I'm going to tilt this down a bit as well. Yeah, no, this is a super dry wind cheater, and on days like today where it's a little bit cold, but you know it's not raining, it's not crazy weather. You want something lightweight. It's actually all right. I actually managed to pick this up for probably about 30 quid, I think.
Nice.
So, you know, for what it does, it's actually I'm sweating right now, so I might actually take it off at some point. But
yeah, it's definitely warm. But myself down here in the studio, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna be muting myself all over the place today, guys, because my allergies are going nuts. I'm sneezing. I think I've sneezed about 25 times since I left the house this morning. So if I go quiet, it's because I'm doing about my 30th mega sneeze of the day. But very warm welcome to everyone tuning in the chat. If you're tuning in on YouTube, very warm welcome to you. Welcome to the Twitch crew as well. And we're going to be live from Manchester for the next few hours until about 1:30 today. So stick with the channel for all of the aviation action still to come.
But this is why I don't look at the weather, because usually when... You know, today I actually decided to look at it because I wanted to go and do some filming today. And you know us, we like some good lighting on the channel, right? We like some nice golden hour lighting, especially early in the morning. So I wanted to go down this morning and catch some golden hour departures. And the weather last night was saying that today was going to be completely overcast all morning. So I actually didn't opt to go out. Now it's starting to roll in now anyway.
Yeah,
but,
which is kind of what I'm hoping for, because I've got the camera with me today. So I'm hoping for a bit of overcast weather.
Yeah, and it makes a huge difference whether you're doing video, photography, whatnot. You know, it's a big tip if you're new to photography, new to video, always try and get the light in like a favourable position. So either if it's sunny, you want to be on the side of the aircraft where the light is, or if it's a bit cloudy, a bit overcast, you can kind of get away with being anywhere really. Here at the Runway Visitor Park, early in the morning, obviously the sun's on the opposite side, but when it's overcast, it's actually really nice lighting.
And chat saying, I've sneezed so much, I've sneezed my cap off. Yep, I left it at home, guys. Look at this. Since I shaved my head, look at this here. What's this about, guys?
Is that age?
No, it's a big fluffy bit on the back of my head because it's not grown out properly. I look ridiculous, guys, I'll be honest, but hey, it's all for charity, isn't it? It's all for charity.
It takes its time, doesn't it, to grow back to a point where it looks...
Yeah, I'm just starting to get just a little bit of a fringe look. Only a little one, but you can still see my head through me. What?
I think I'm still a bit away from that, personally.
And Terry with the first sport of the day with the 179. Thank you, mate. Saying congrats on the 151,000 subscribers. Great achievement. I assume we've hit that this morning, have we, Terry? Thank you so much, mate, for letting us know. And yeah, we're super hyped. For those VIPs who tuned in, we received our YouTube play button, and we're super excited about that. We did a live unboxing on the YouTube channel, and if you missed it, I think you can go back and watch that in the community section. Definitely go and give that a look. And Mark, thank you so much for returning on your Twitch Prime for 7 months. And Whitey, thank you, returning for a 2nd month as well, saying cheers to the most unique channel on Twitch. Thanks, lads. Cheers, Whitey. Appreciate you, mate.
I'm dumb. I just turned the tablet on, and it like froze, and it said I've hidden someone in the chat. You see that? Oh my gosh, Peter, I will sort that for you. Don't worry. Nice start. The tablet just froze in place, so I kind of like pressed to unfreeze it, and it just said, "You've hidden someone." Yeah,
Peter, don't worry, mate. You haven't been banned. We will get that fixed.
I will fix that. Don't worry.
Mark Lewis, good morning to you. Saying looks like a nice day at the RVP today. Yeah, it certainly does.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. There we go. We've got a Jet2 A321 kicking the show off now. You know, it is rather warm. I might even take this jacket off, to be honest. I am sweating, which is nice. Nice change.
Yeah, I've got the window open down here just to blow a bit of the cold air in, wake you up in the morning. Hopefully it clears these cobwebs that are up my nose, whatever it is. Peter is back. Thank you, Loopy. Welcome back, Peter. Sorry, mate.
Cheers. Yeah, I figured hitting hide a second time, I'm sure that unhides people, but cheers, Loopy. Appreciate it.
So, a massive shout out to the encoder company that we use here on Airliners Live, because we found out yesterday, chat, that although we've got 3 networks on Airliners Live, for the last 4 months, because of a configuration problem which wasn't totally obvious, we've only been running on 2 networks. And sometimes on the Super Sunday shows, we've only been running on 1 network, guys. Which is unbelievable, because back in the day when we were on Teradek, if Airliners Live was on 1 network, we weren't streaming.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we could not stay online. And we've been doing 1080p, 50 frames a second, and we've not even noticed that we're on 1 network.
And we use a high bitrate here as well. You guys seem to like the quality.
Oh, we matching again.
Are we? Are you using the same shirt?
Oh, you got the shirt. You got the shirt. Oh, hello. You got the shirt, and I've got the hoodie.
I like the shirt on days like today. I'm just taking my jacket off. There we go. Right, so yeah, I mean, it's a good shout out to them, guys. They use a very high-end protocol for sending the packets of video data, and yeah, it really pays off to use them. But like Martin said, we've been live streaming for many years, almost 5 years now, and it's like we've dabbled with so many different technologies, right? And back when we started, you know, about 5 years ago, it was like to get into live streaming and to be consistent, you had to spend a lot of money to get anything substantial to stream with, which we eventually did. We managed to get together the funds personally. Me and Martin invested.
Yeah, we actually personally financed, took a bit of a loan out, didn't we, to get the channel back going again when you took over with Charles.
Yeah, and it was, you know, it was a big gamble, but we went with Teradek, and I think it was called the Video Go that we had.
Yeah.
And you guys know, I think it started okay, and then it just started to degrade. It started to just fail randomly, and they even admitted it was faulty as well. And then, you know, one thing led to another. They sent us another unit, blah blah blah. You
guys know the story, don't you?
Yeah.
And honestly, since we switched over to this new unit, it's honestly, guys, it's exactly what we wanted. We've not even had to think about this. It's as it should be with an encoder. It's just in the background. It's doing its job. You don't have to think about it. It's bringing you guys all of the footage which you're seeing all the time, as you can see now, and we can just ignore it. And now that we're actually running on the 3 networks that we should be running, we can rely on it even more. And I'm not going to tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, but there is a big change coming to Airliners Live in hopefully the next month. Yeah, a very
big upgrade,
very high definition change coming to the channel in the next month or so. So yeah, watch this space, guys. Watch this space.
I'm excited.
Carwyn Davies going in with the $50 New Zealand donation. Thank you so much, mate. Saying, good evening for New Zealand, Martin and Andy. I'll be watching the show once the Emirates A380 lands, and then I'm off to bed. Gulf Air departs soon. Was due out at 8:35. Hope you guys are well and have a great week ahead. Thank you so much, Carwyn. Yeah, really appreciate the support, dude. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing those as well. Glad that the Gulf Air is slightly late because we do like to see it on the show. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting the channel, mate. It's people who are able to support the channel like yourself who allow us to keep upgrading and keep improving, which, as we say, another big improvement coming to the channel in about a month's time, guys.
Yes.
Who was it? Matt A350 also going in with the Twitch Prime for 6 months, half a year. Welcome back, Matt. Level 2 hype train on Twitch, just as Wooder goes in with a tier 1 as well. Ladies and gents, don't forget to check those Twitch Primes, and let's see how we can do on this hype train on Twitch.
Shot there of the Jet2 737-800 in the .com scheme departing.
Mate, do we just announce it? Do we just announce it?
I don't see why not, to be fair.
Okay. Guys, yay or nay in the chat. Do we tell you what is going to happen in a month's time? Yay or nay? Hayden, thank you very much for the 100 bits on Twitch, also helping that hype train along. Thank you very much. Level 2, guys. Kicking it off nice and early on your Wednesday morning.
Morning, everyone. A lot of yays getting spammed in the chat already.
And Eddie, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. I won 3 bonus balls in 3 weeks, so enjoy a $5 on me. Hey, congratulations, mate.
Wow.
That's the lottery, right? Or is it lottery or Thunderball, whatever it is? I don't do the lottery, to be honest. I just do premium bonds, but that's mega, mate. Congratulations on your winning, and thank you for sharing a little bit with us as well.
Well done.
Just as Plane Spotter for Life also sends in a $4.99 super chat. Bing Bong says, morning from Maine in the US. You guys are awesome. And yeah, tell us what it's going to be with a $5 donation. Okay, guys, we'll get this plane in, and then we'll tell you what is going to be happening to Airliners Live within the next month or so. As long as the product release is on schedule.
Got Logan at ATR 72. This is going to get loud as she taxis past the Runway Visitor Park here.
Cheers, everyone, as well. Got the Hot Vimto back on the go again, as usual. Won a tenner on the postcode lottery today. Hey, congratulations, Tasker. Well done, mate.
Good job.
That's awesome. I love hearing when the viewers win on things like that.
Yeah, same.
And Robin Giles, welcome back. Premium economy member for 7 months, saying thanks for the great streams. You guys are ace. Hey, cheers, Robin. Thank you, mate. Slogan airing from the Isle of Man. Cheers, Chester Mike. That'll help me out a lot today, dude.
Appreciate it.
We're on a much more stripped back stream today. We thought, let's just strip it back to basics and just enjoy the show.
Wave there from the flight deck. I didn't see who it was, whether it was the first officer or the captain or the pilot in either one of them seats, should I say. Dallas saying I love the ATRs. So do I, Dallas. They're great. Never flown on one though. I wish I had have. I suppose there's always the opportunity. My brother actually just visited the Isle of Man and flew on this plane, the Logan Air ATR. Seem pretty smart though, I think.
Yeah, they are.
I have flown on a Dash 8. Has anyone in the chat ever flown on an ATR? Let us know. Let us know what it's like. I mean, I'd love to hear about it. If it's loud or if it's particularly stable. I mean, watching them at Lanzarote, right, when we had that, 33 odd knot gust. It's crazy winds. You can go back and watch the show. It was earlier this year. They did a live show there. Nuts winds, and there wasn't a single go around. And the ones that seem to really be challenged by the wind, shall I say, were the ATRs. But obviously you just hand fly them so well, them kind of aircraft, that they can just endure crazy crosswinds, crazy gusts. You see it with the Dash 8s here in Manchester as well. They can really battle against the winds. I don't think I've ever seen a go around because of winds from an ATR or a Dash 8.
Yeah, we've not seen that, and it's also super positive. That on LinkedIn, Loganair reported 2 weeks ago that they went back into profitability for the UK's largest regional airline, and they say it's been a challenging 2 years in the UK airline industry, but we're incredibly thankful to our customers who supported us and to our team for what they've achieved. They're committed to the support to the customers, and they'll continue to offer discounts for families as standard as well. So big congratulations to Loganair, who were reporting 2 weeks ago that they are back profitable again after what's been a real tough time for aviation over the last couple of years. So congratulations, guys.
Martin Bogard saying that he's flown on the Urini ATRs. He loves them. Amazing. And we've also got Nabila D, hello to you, tuning in at 2:20 a.m. in California. She watches, she puts an alarm on to tune in. That's nuts. Good dedication right there. Can't fault that at all. Thank you, Nabila. Appreciate it.
And Peter H, thank you very much for the £5 super chat, mate. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel today. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, oops, a daisy, I keep pressing the wrong button. Sorry, guys. So, big announcement for the channel, something we've been researching for a long time, and it's finally been made possible by the company we use for our encoding. In about a month's time, Airliners Live, ladies and gents, will finally be broadcasting to you guys in ultra high definition 4K picture quality here from Manchester. We can't wait. We're really excited, and there's a brand new product that's due to be released at the end of the month, which we've been lucky enough to pre-order.
Yes.
And we will be bringing you 4K ultra high definition pictures here from Manchester Airport, guys. So yes, let's get some hype in the chat. Something we've been looking forward to doing, and hopefully you guys are happy with that news. Twitch crew, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to look after you guys. We're trying to find some sort of transcoding solution for Twitch, because unfortunately Twitch doesn't support 4K at the moment. But I spoke to a team in the US last night, about 8:30 last night. I had a meeting with them. They may have a solution for us, so don't worry, Twitch crew, we are looking after you as well. But YouTube guys, YouTube natively supports 4K, and Airliners Live is going to get a massive bump in picture quality, putting us ahead of the game again here in the UK, back up to 4K on the picture quality for you guys.
Yeah, it's looking like for Twitch you guys will probably just get the same quality, just because we don't have that 4K support. I think Twitch, I mean, for those who kind of know their tech, only supports like 6,000 kilobits per second upload, and for 4K that's not enough. So but we're currently broadcasting higher than that anyway, and Twitch seems to look alright, but that's only for 1080p, of course. Jet2 Holidays A321 departing runway 2. This is probably going to be the last departure we see on runway 2 today, as single runway ops is scheduled to begin at 10:30, which is approaching now. Might slip another one up, but I can't see anything taxiing out at the moment, which means we're going to potentially get lots of single runway ops action here on the Midweek Madness show on Airliners Live. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're watching on the old YouTubes.
Yeah, it's a great way to help us out, guys, and it really does help us a lot it lets YouTube know that you guys are enjoying it, and it will share it out to much more people.
View there of the airport pub, bar and grill, of course, over at the start of 2-3 right. Been there a few times, done a few shows in the past there, and had some food and drink there, of course, as well, including you guys probably seen the Antonov burger that I tried. That was pretty nuts.
Pinging up on the ground, we have a 737-800 from Jet2 bound out to Alicante. Bit of a break on the arrivals, so if you've not got your morning brew, your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, now is the time to quickly grab that before a nice flurry of arrivals arrive with us. Checking in with the Emirates A380, it's currently over Germany, an hour and 10 minutes away from us. And the Qatar Airways 777 is due in an hour and a half's time, followed by the Saudi Dreamliner, which is due in 1 hour 14 minutes. So not long to wait for those at all.
Yeah, Mike, I figured a lot of people probably don't know like the tech side of things. Like, I understand that, so I kept it brief. But all you need to know is, hopefully within the next month, 4K live streams from Manchester Airport.
And that should really be a nice upgrade for everybody who's watching on TVs as well, guys.
Oh yeah, imagine those, especially those big TVs.
Yeah, the big TVs especially, because I know a lot of the TVs these days are 4K ready, and you guys will be able to take advantage of that straight away.
Big up the big TV squad.
Yes. And Peter Carroll, thank you very much for the $7.99 super chat, saying could be my last super chat for a while, as I now have to save for a 4K TV. Hey, yeah, no worries, Peter, mate. Get one ordered. I'd always recommend Samsung. I must admit, I've always found Samsung tellies to be great. So yeah, I think Samsung TVs 4K ones these days are definitely coming down in price, I'd say.
And you can buy them second hand for so cheap. TVs, like smart TVs. Mine, I bought a new, and it still was like less than 200 quid. And it was what do you call it? Like a smart TV where it has like built-in like Netflix and things, and mainly for me built-in Chromecast, because I just like to sit down on the sofa. I don't watch TV. I just sit down, pull up a phone, find something on YouTube. Usually YouTube recommends me something that's pretty decent, whether it's an aviation live stream or a live stream of something of other sorts, and then just press the little cast button, and it's just like, hey.
No, it is.
And then you got the chat on your phone. I'm sure lots of people in the chat do that.
But the thing is, like, a lot of mobile phones these days as well are ultra high definition on the screen, so
yeah, they are, aren't they?
You can take advantage of the upgrade on whatever you're watching on. But as we've said many times, guys, with the channel, we always want the very best that we can achieve. And as soon as the 4K option was available to us, we've made sure that we've got that on the way, so that you guys are getting the very best that we know we can deliver to you. And you will see, ladies and gents, a very big improvement in clarity and sharpness is going to be the main improvement on the live streams. Unfortunately, you're going to see me in 4K, you're going to see Andy in 4K. Not as good, but you're going to see some awesome aviation in 4K as well, which is probably a little bit better. Hopefully our hair's grown back by then, because I don't want to see my forehead in 4K without any hair on it.
4K forehead. That's what you're excited for.
Yeah, there you go, guys.
All the fours. And Sam, thank you for the £2 super chat. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much.
Here, but back to work. Big up to you. Gosh, you've been saying that on the stream for many months now, but thank you so much, Sam. Appreciate the little super chat.
And for those of you who are not in the VIP club, get yourselves in, guys, because we've been posting loads of updates the last couple of days, because we moved in to the bigger office on Monday. We very quickly outgrew the room that we took initially, and we moved in. We're in the same building, but we just moved into a room which is about double, 2.5 times the size, we'd say.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, it's got a really nice filming area, a nice curved screen where we can have a nice backdrop. I think we posted a bit of picture of that.
Yes.
So the VIPs all set up. We went to IKEA and got a nice desk for like unboxings and things like that, and we want to do more updates to you guys from there. We've also also got all our merch, packing, everything, loads more room for that, and our desks all set up. So it's in there, it's looking nice, and loads has been going on this week on the channel for sure.
Will it make any difference on a standard 1080p display? You know what, Matthew? I believe it will, because right now we are limited with the tech we have to a certain, again, not going to get too technical, but it's called a bit rate, which is how much kind of bandwidth you can use at once, and the higher the better quality. So we'll be able to go to a higher bit rate, which means that even if you're going down to 1080p, it'll still look clearer. So I'm excited for that. It's almost like when you live stream versus when you record on your camera. It usually looks better on your camera because it's not doing the whole live stream and compression things. So it will look a little bit cleaner on 1080p.
There'll be a lot more detail, and the higher bit rate just means, in simple terms, that even fast moving motion, or when we zoomed right in and there's a lot going on the screen, it basically means there's more network to handle each section of the picture, so you're getting as much detail as possible to you guys at home. That's kind of, in simple terms, what the bit rate will do. It just basically means it's got more power to handle the picture. Basically, I'm trying to work out how you can describe it. Let's say something like that. It should hopefully mean you'll see better details in especially fast movement and stuff like that.
Matt Smith saying there's a TUI 767 now pushed back for SID. Is that Spargos in Cape Verde, is it?
Mate, how do you know that?
Because I've seen it a couple of times here in Manchester. You just see the same kind of routes. I will say I've not seen that particular route from TUI for a little while. Maybe they use the 7.3s sometimes, or the Maxes, I think. I've not seen the 7.6 do that route. Usually the 7.6 goes to... I'm trying to think where the 7.6 usually goes to. Obviously we see them going to like the Canary Islands a lot. Yes, maybe it's Turkey sometimes. I would love to fly on the 7.6, because that's, if I've got like a checklist of all the planes that Manchester want to fly on, I think the 7.6 is pretty high up there with the obviously the ATRs, as I said earlier, but also the A220s I think would be nice to fly on. I think that's quite low on the list, but they're very cool planes. Someone actually said in a comment to our video, the A220 looks like a baby A350. Actually, you can't unsee that now, because the front end of it kind of does look like an A350. Obviously, it doesn't have the mask design, but imagine minus the mask design on the A350, the front of an A220 looks very similar.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Actually,
it's just like a little baby A350.
There we go. We can see this taxiing out, but I'm gonna, when this puts its back to us, I'm gonna show you guys who haven't seen it yet the YouTube plaque.
Nice. You brought it with us, or
no? I'd bring it with us. You mad?
More good out,
mate. If I brought that with me, I'd trip over it, it'd go in the mud, and that'd be the end of it. Yeah. There you go, guys. See if you can. You're not gonna be able to see that, are you? There it is. There it is. The Airliners Live play button.
Oh, that's been
presented to Airlines Live for passing 100,000 subscribers.
That thing gets worshipped in our office. It's just like in such a good place. It looks great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Martin sleeps next to it. Saying Melissa wouldn't be surprised.
And of course, we went to IKEA yesterday to get the thing, and we knew what we went in for, guys. We went in for a desk.
Yeah,
I may have come out with a tree, whatever. You know what I mean? That's IKEA. I got a tree. Look, there you go, guys.
We actually had a bit of well, I put a comment in the VIP lounge saying, we're going to IKEA today, what are we going to get, or what are we going to get? And then one of the comments said, lost. You know what?
Oh my days.
Something similar to that happened. We went in, and obviously we were getting a desk, and if anyone's ever been to IKEA before, they have like the office departments, which you've got to walk quite a bit for, take a few shortcuts, and you eventually find it. The Holy Grail. The desks are there, the legs are there, and it's like, yo, okay, get the codes, blah 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 blah. And then next to it, they had like this really really cool like setup they'd use with IKEA furniture of like a photo setup, you know, like lighting, almost like a photo studio. And they had above them, anyone seen these? Like these 3 grey square boards that you can like stick letters to. Like you stick like you know, whatever letter you want, and they looked really neat, didn't they?
They're a good backdrop for like filming and stuff, because you can put things like at Airlines Live. It's got all the letters and everything like that. It was great. Yeah,
so you can put like whatever text you want, and it matches the colour of our office, and it looks really smart and tidy. So let's get some of them. And what did I say? It said it didn't have a code on it. It just said collect at
Market Hall. Collect in the Market Hall at the decorations section. That's what it said.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, fair enough, we'll go get that. So we went to the Market Hall in the decoration section, which we'd have to walk through what was called home organisation, wasn't it? To get to. So we looked through home organisation as well. It wasn't there. It wasn't in decoration. So we asked someone, we went, where is this? Like, they go, oh, it's upstairs, you know, it's in the other department. Like, oh, I've just been there. He was like, oh, you can take that shortcut there. Took a shortcut, walked up the stairs, walked around, spent another like 10 minutes looking for this thing, every single aisle. No, it's not there. We asked someone and they go, oh, that's downstairs. That's in the, it says there, it says it's in
on aisle 00.
Oh yeah, aisle 00 downstairs.
We'll get this out, hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah. This isn't the holiday scheme, so we've actually seen both schemes on a 737-800 departing already on the it's not on the Super Sunday show, it's on the Midweek Madness show. But yes, we had to, you know, he said, you have to go to aisle
00, they said. So we went, right, okay. I said, are you sure? Because this says Marketplace. The other lady said upstairs. No, it's definitely in aisle 00. So we went, right, in the warehouse. So we go back downstairs, go through to the flipping warehouse, and there's no aisle 00, guys.
It starts at
01. So they're having a laugh here, because we had the Airliners live jackets on. We thought they were just sending us around for a laugh. So we went back to another lady, and I said, look, I'm really sorry, I said, but I'm a bit grumpy. I said, we spoke to 3 people, we can't find this, can you please tell me where this is? And she goes, it's upstairs. I said, look, it's not upstairs. It's not upstairs. It's not downstairs. It's got to be somewhere else. And she, to be fair, this lady was really good. She got on the computer. She starts looking. Guys, we spent half an hour upstairs, downstairs looking for these things. She goes in the computer. Oh, they're out of stock then. I said, where's the meatballs? I'll see you later.
It was just how she went, oh, they're out of stock. No. Oh, there's another size that you can get, though. But they're out of stock as well.
Oh. Unbelievable.
After all of that.
Unbelievable.
We just want to buy this board. And what made it worse was the first lady searched on the IKEA website, and that said they were in stock, but I think she looked at the wrong product.
I think she looked at the wrong product as well, because she said there was 77 in stock.
It had the same name though. Yeah. Like in IKEA, you guys may know this if you've been, they always have bizarre names, like obviously like Swedish names, but like some products will like have the same name as others. It's like, you know, like what's called the Fedjka plant, for example. And there's like, does Fedjka just mean plant in Swedish, I assume? Maybe some Swedish people in the chat. Mr. English Golfer, I know he lives in Sweden. Maybe
well, everyone had hedge on the back of the...
Hedge, I assume that means hay, right? Or
I assume so, like hi.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, we actually treated ourselves to an IKEA hot dog.
And there was a chat, oh my days. There was a lady in front of me. Honestly, I'm not joking. She had a full-on meltdown that there was no onions. Like, I'm not joking. We're talking about a 75 pence hot dog. And where's the onions?
What was the word
And the
you
guy,
used?
oh, I'm really sorry, we've not done onions for about 2 months. This is an absolute disgrace. This is a scandal. I cannot believe you're serving hot dogs without onions. What am I going to do now? Like, this is ridiculous. And then she, oh, I'm really sorry. What? You can't have hot dog without onions. You just can't have them. So he went, oh, okay, I'm really
like
sorry.
It was sacrilege or something like
But this is the funny thing. She's like, you can't have hot dogs without onions. Like, this is unbelievable, just unacceptable. So he went, oh, I'm really sorry. Yeah, we've not done it for 2 months, but do you mind if I serve the people behind you then if you don't want them? She went, give me 5 hot dogs. So what? So after saying she can't have them, she asked for 5.
Oh, way.
And then she collared me while I was trying to put my ketchup on the hot dog, saying it's a disgrace, isn't it? I just said, oh, it's 75p hot dog, to be honest. I'm not that bothered.
TUI 767 heading off to Espargos. What's that, about a 5-hour flight, maybe just over, down to Cape Verde. Tell you what, I think I know why I remember that so well, because we had the other TUI 767 OBYK actually had an engine failure a couple of months ago now at Manchester, and came back, landed safely. No real issue with the aircraft in the end. Obviously, the engine failure, landed, got it repaired. Next few days, it was back up flying. But yeah, that was heading off to Espargos as well.
Try and separate that a little bit if you can, Andy. It's a little bit of interference on it. So yeah, that was IKEA, guys. We did that, but yeah, Dad, I checked online as well when we got back, and they don't have them on the website either. They've been discontinued now, so yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get them, unfortunately. But yeah, it's always a joy going to IKEA. Mrs. Airliners Live was really upset that I didn't take her. She's been asking to go IKEA for ages. I always avoid it. But the difference is, chat, and any gentleman in the chat will probably agree with me on this, is that when me and Andy go to IKEA, we've already took a picture of the website. We know exactly what we want, right? We know what aisle it's on in the warehouse. We know where to pick it up. And the only thing that we went to browse at was what plant we was going to have on the desk, right? And that's it. Mrs. Airliners Live, right, wants to wander around the whole shop just in case she sees something she likes. And I'm talking arrows for days, guys. Around IKEA, we'll spend hours in there, and we'll come out with some vanilla candles.
You can spend an entire day in IKEA. Like, it's an actual day out, isn't it? Like, I remember, because we live quite close to IKEA now. It's like within like 15-minute drive. But if you live further than that, farther afield, it's like a big thing, isn't it? I remember when I was in university in Liverpool, right? And they actually had like these excursions you could go on, like day trips to like museums and nearby cities, and they'd get like a coach. And one of the day trips was to IKEA. It's like you got a day trip to like organised with like a coach and a big like tour bus, or a big tour, sorry, and it's just IKEA. It's like treating it like it's a museum or something.
Oh, there you go, Mel. If it's a day out, you can take Mrs. Airliners Live.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It is quite cool. I mean, yeah, you've got to have like a certain level of patience with it, like, because the issue is like you're dealing with like the general public, like people like getting in your way, and you can't just like stroll around. When we walked in, the first thing we saw was that bloke sat in one of the booths.
Oh, that was so funny.
Just making himself at
I'm
home.
not joking. There was a guy, right, sat in, where they put like,
it's like the living rooms.
There's like little mini living rooms everywhere to show you what the stuff would look like. There was one guy in there, he looked like he'd been there for a week. He was chilling out like this, watching the telly. And as I walked past, I said to Amber, I wonder how much his rent is.
He had the TV on and everything.
He was doing IKEA, right? He was there on his own, watching telly. His missus was about 19 arrows that way. It was well funny. We were laughing our head off. We're like, that is the guy. He knows how to. He just completed IKEA Hack Part 1.
It reminds me of Primark. because I don't know if it's like this in most city centres, but in Liverpool, where I used to live, there's a Primark, and then you go past the Primark, and you have like kind of like benches and stuff outside, like just part of the high street, and they're always just swamped with like blokes with prams. It's like everyone's just there, like just looking at them, like,
oh, mate. How long have you been here?
How many days have you been here?
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, I don't know about, although maybe it's a bloke thing, I kind of get a bit stressed and tired when I shop, though. Like, if I spend more than like an hour shopping, I'll get usually a headache. Like, maybe there's actual symptoms here, like actual diagnosis over shopping. I don't know. I'll get like a headache. I'll usually get like really tired. I just want to lie down. I don't know. Does anyone else get that? Like, and usually really hot as well. Does anyone like get mad overheat? Like, go because they usually have them quite warm in these shops, don't they? Like IKEA is quite cool, but usually clothes shops.
I just don't like how, for me, it's like Panic Nation because you have to walk the whole way. They don't give you like these ways out. You have to do all of this.
Oh, IKEA.
I'm just like, will you let me out? I've got me candles. I want to go home.
Yeah, the woman gave us one of the shortcuts, and believe it or not, in IKEA, there's these like fire doors that kind of look like if you went through them, the alarm would go off, and you know you'd be in the bad books. But I think they're actually there for staff, just a shortcut between
staff to cut through.
Yeah. So believe it or not, they exist. So.
Yeah. So we unlocked some IKEA metal last night. There are doors between the sections, and you can skip through. Me and Andy, when we were about to come down to the warehouse, saw the section where we'd been an hour ago, right? Through a door. I'm not joking. We could have just jumped through that door and you would have been back to the beginning. It was nuts. One door. So we must have done some mad loop. But
it's very well designed in the sense that, like, for the space they have, they can like stack like loads of like departments and make this path that seems like you're traversing like the Sahara Desert, but in reality you're just walking like a couple of meters.
Did you get an extra large bag of likes while you were there?
What?
No, but we got some subs while we were on offer. Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah,
it's an experience, isn't it? That's the second time we've been actually, because the first time, the third time, because the first time was for your desk, wasn't it? And the car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And that was where they were like, you have to go to the other IKEA building, which was like a 5-minute drive that way. I was like, what? Is this warehouse not big enough?
And then didn't he say that I was missing something?
Yeah, I'm not
and
sure.
They sent me back again to the other IKEA.
Right.
Remember?
You don't have the best luck with IKEA.
I don't like IKEA. Bill, thank you so much for the 179 super chat saying hello from Steel City. Lovely outside here. Nice, dude. I'm glad you're tuning in, mate. Hope you're well. Thanks for supporting the channel today.
Steel City. That's not what I've heard before. Steel City. Everyone's talking about IKEA, yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's a day out, you know, if it's your thing. It is quite fun looking at, like, the kitchens and whatnot and kind of imagining if that'd work with yours. And the thing about IKEA I do like is they really show you how, like, to use your space effectively, because all the spaces they display are quite small.
But here we go. First heavy departure on runway 1, the Singapore Airlines A350 900, and that's heading out to Houston.
Amazing. I love this flight because
look at the lighting on that.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I need to get my camera out, don't I?
Yes. Yeah, they're still taking that weird taxi route where they're going quite wide to the right there, which means we get a really nice view. Really nice backside shot there, as they say. And there you can see the moors in the background, lovely visibility, and just see the clouds just kissing the top of the hills over there. There are spots you can stand on up there where you can see Manchester Airport as well. You can see the flight control check going ahead on the rudder there on the tail. They're just testing that works, along with making sure the controls work as well, and also the stabilizer there on the tail as well, doing the same. And they'll usually cycle through this twice, because obviously there's 2 sets of controls up in the flight deck, one for the left, one for the right. So obviously you don't just want to test one, you want to test them both. Different airlines will do them at different stages. I've noticed a lot of the heavies will do them on the taxiway there, making use of that time really, as it's the aircraft taxis. So I have a question actually for you, man. Just looking at that flight control check there on that A350, because I know it's probably the same with most Airbus airliners. So they'll be using the rudder to control that. And I know like a lot of flight sims, for example, will use the rudder for the controls of the nose wheel as well.
Yeah.
Now, when the aircraft touches down, for example, are they using the rudder to control the direction? Is that just the tail? What's the difference?
It's usually above a certain speed. I'm not 100% sure of exactly what speed that is.
Yep.
But the rudder will give you plenty of steering authority above, I'd say probably above like 60 knots, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe even less than that. Maybe quite a bit less than that, I would have thought. But so when they touch down, they will be using the rudder to straighten that nose out. And pretty much, I mean, once it's straight, unless there's a really decent amount of wind, you're going to kind of keep the momentum, keeping the aircraft where you want it. But when the aircraft slow down enough to vacate the runway, that's when they'll switch over to using the tiller, which is basically, for those of you who aren't aware, like a handle, just to the left or the left of the captain's seat, and you move the handle like this, and that controls the steering on the nose wheel.
Yeah.
So they'll be using that now, and when they get on the runway, they may use it for the very early stages, but then you'll see the rudder deflecting to keep the aircraft on track.
And then when they take off, for example, they'll use the rudder foot, like the rudder pedals to steer as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously then they're building speed. The more you know, hey. So that allows, there's 2 separate controls for basically nose wheel steering, and it means that when they are taxiing, they can use the rudder pedals to do the flight control check. And it's not going to make the plane just, do a John Fezzer and start mowing the grass all of a sudden.
No.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even see this.
Quick.
Looks like a Cessna Citation, is it? That is really high already, though. Wow.
Yeah, NetJets, and that's a 560XL Citation on its way to Reykjavik. I'm going to get my camera out, I think, get ready to start snapping some shots today.
Yeah, the sun's already starting to rotate to a nice point. The thing I do love about this Houston service, A350, is it's quite light compared to the Singapore service. So it usually is a little bit, they can take off a little bit earlier. Obviously, the aircraft's still pretty heavy, like going all the way to Houston. Passengers and cargo and whatnot on board and all that fuel. But, the A350 is really powerful. Really, really powerful. Them Rolls-Royce Trent XWBs, really powerful pair of engines. And with a slightly less weight of that aircraft, usually rotates quite early, but no, I'll probably jinx myself now. They'll probably do quite a D-rated to take off, where they use a bit more runway as a result of using less engine power.
But if you do want to keep up to date with the pictures we're taking on the channel, you can follow us on Instagram. It's at Airliners Live. Or if you want to just stay on YouTube, if you go to the community tab on YouTube, that's where you'll find where we post our best pictures on there as well.
Did you catch that donation, by the way?
No, because I'm just trying to fix
my
camera here. Hold on, let me have a look. Yes, Mr. English Golfer, thank you very much, mate, for the 100 SEK donation, saying here's some Swedish money for the Swedish candles. Swedish store. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that.
Very Swedish. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. So we'll be heading off to a Scandinavian neighbour of Sweden, Finland. Finnair heading off to, I assume, Helsinki. That'll be. Right, next out, lined up on the runway, is the heavy departure of the Singapore Airlines Flight 52 heading off to Houston. Turn your volumes up for this. It's going to sound great. I'll record this as well, actually. I do love that sound. The A350s have that like proper growl to them, kind of similar to the 757s.
Yeah, it was an awesome departure.
And the 777s as well have a bit of that as well.
But if you are tuning in today, a very warm welcome, guys. Thanks for choosing Airliners Live for your midweek show. We're going to be live till 1:30 today, bringing you all the action from Manchester Airport.
We're excited.
And this EasyJet's in from Paris. I left 59 minutes ago.
Nice short flight.
But yeah, those Singapores, the A350s in general are just super graceful and effortless taking off. Sound great as well.
Yeah, they look great as well.
Yeah.
Great aircraft all around.
Will tuning in from Barcelona. Welcome, mate.
Welcome, Will. Appreciate you tuning in.
If you're enjoying our coverage today, guys, you can support the channel by sending in a super chat. Just hit the dollar symbol and then click super chat. It really does help the channel out. It helps us with all of the improvements that we're making as well, and just helps us pay the bills. Or you can become a channel VIP by clicking the dollar symbol and clicking join. If you guys are watching on Twitch, check those Twitch primes, any Oilers, Oiler check. And don't forget those bitties as well, guys. All the help really does go towards improvements and, as we say, just keeping the stream live and free for everybody.
The Flying Bull here, Oscar X-Ray. EasyJet A320. Charles de Gaulle, not too far away at all, of course. Been watching a bit of Brussels to the Sky when he's been streaming from there. Loads of heavy aircraft, as you can imagine, arriving and departing such a busy hub airport. Yes, as Chester Mike says, temperature 11 degrees today, winds at 10 knots as well. Pretty cloudy. And yeah, it feels a little bit warmer than that, to be fair. I mean, when the sun's out, especially, I'm kind of sweating at the moment. I've got my thermals on underneath this as well. I was expecting it to be a lot colder today.
Yeah, definitely. Jose's in a much warmer place than us, I assume, tuning in from Brazil.
Ooh.
Welcome, Jose, and Hatter as well. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well, mate.
I got a new jacket as per Matt Smith's recommendation. I got a super dry wind cheater jacket, and wasn't too much. Like I said, I got it for about 30 quid, and honestly, I've taken it off because it's really warm.
It is quite warm, isn't it? I'm hearing me Airliners Live body warmer. I'm only keeping it on because it's got the logo on. I am getting a bit hot, I must admit, but may take it off shortly. So nice to have a little bit of warmth rolling into the winter months.
Makes a huge difference. Like when the sun's out, it does make a massive difference. You know, it could be quite a cold day, and just a little bit of sun just warms you up like exponentially, I guess.
And Beastie, thank you very much for the £5 super chat saying, morning guys, feeling rough, so under my duvet watching the TV, nice and cozy. Nice one, dude. I hope you're feeling better soon, and you enjoy Airliners Live, mate. Get yourself better, get a brew on. Nice bacon sandwich, sort you right out. On the taxi out, we've got an EasyJet to Hurghada.
Ooh, it's a Neo.
Thanks again, Beastie. Appreciate you, mate.
And picking up as well, we also have another Singapore Airlines A350. This is the one that's heading off to Singapore. So you'll really see the difference in like the rotation, location on the runway there.
And it's days like this where you get some really nice side profiles of the aircraft, as you saw there, taxiing out. Do the same with this Lufthansa. Whoa.
Another A320. This is taking a much wider line. Catching the sun beautifully, though. Look at that. Ooh. Gorgeous.
Love it. And it was interesting, actually. Quite a few people, when we showed off the filming space, were asking, and this isn't something we've spoke about or said that we wanted to do before, but people were asking for like a beginner's course, I'd say, in aviation photography, or just photography in general. Now, I don't pretend to be an expert in any sense whatsoever, guys, and we have thought about these before, and my instant thought is I've always stayed away from it because I don't consider myself to be an expert, and I don't want to come across as that I think I am an expert, you know what I mean? I know the viewers wouldn't necessarily think that, but maybe just the wider Manchester audience in general may just think, oh, this guy just thinks he's a know-it-all, and I really don't. But if you think it's something that you guys may find useful, I'm happy to put something together, but I just need to have a think of how we're going to do it, because like I say, I really don't want to come across like I know what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, I just do what works for me. It may not work for other people, but it seems to work for me. But yeah, if it is something that you guys want, then let us know definitely in the chat, and we'll give it some thought.
Yeah, definitely for beginners. I think you have a lot to offer to help out, to get things going. The fundamentals, really, and how to get a bit creative with aviation, especially when it comes to lighting, positioning. And I think you have a lot to offer in that. So maybe. I
mean, the main bit of advice, guys, and this goes for any photography. It doesn't matter how bad your camera is. If the sun is behind you, lighting up your subject, that's when you're going to get your best pictures, guys. If you're shooting into the sun, then you're going to struggle. So have the sun on your back. That's when you're going to get your best pictures. Same for video. Lighting is key.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, maybe that might be a better way to do it, Tasker. Maybe ask people to send in their questions.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sun Express 737 MAX 8 touching down here. Sun Express expanding their services over the next year here in Manchester, adding routes such as Izmir in Turkey. Turkish leisure market here in Manchester has been massive over the last couple of years, and it looks like it's only going to grow, right?
Yeah.
It's a great destination to go to, of course, great family destination, and I'm sure many people in the chat frequently visit there. I've been there myself a few times. There is an aircraft rolling on the runway. I think it's the EasyJet we've seen taxiing out earlier.
Amanda White, I'll be completely honest with you, binoculars I know absolutely nothing about, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Same.
But speak to the Aviation Society, Amanda. I'm sure their shop and their team in the shop will be able to help you. I'm sure you can send them a quick email and they'll get back to you with some recommendations.
EasyJet A320 Neo departing there.
Oh no. Wounded. What? That CRJ man in the new scheme, I missed it. Scandinavian. Oh, that would have been a belting picture.
Oh, right, it's just taxiing out.
Yeah, just taxied out. Links are in the chat for you, Amanda. This Sun Express, 737 MAX left Antalya 4.5 hours ago.
I like the reg.
Oi! Oi!
Oi! That's a nice livery.
It is, looking fresh. And Audrey, very warm welcome to Premium Economy, our brand new VIP. Let's give her a welcome, guys. Get some wave emotes in the chat for Audrey. Brand new Airliners Live VIP. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Audrey. Appreciate the support. Oh!
Whoa!
Hey,
That was nuts.
People have been speaking about eclipses recently. The entire RVP just got plunged into darkness by that Logan ATR. I'm going to take my cap off for a bit. I'm going to enjoy a bit of the sunshine on my very, not very pretty
Here we go,
head.
chat. Enjoy this. Slow-mo, slow-mo. Hey!
It doesn't look so bad when you got when they got this on.
Just the headset on. Just put that there.
It's a headband for all my hair, my luscious locks. People didn't think I looked too unattractive in the picture I put up of the me with the play button, but then maybe
Why was that? Your mum?
Listen,
she doesn't count, mate. And neither does she, Nan, I'm afraid.
Maybe the rest of the people were just talking about the play button.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't have 4K. You say, Melissa.
Listen, no cheek in the chat, Melissa. I'll have it at 4K and I'll be like this. Like, listen, no cheek in the chat.
No, that's the real reason why we're waiting a month. Okay? Nothing to do with the hardware.
Yeah. Mrs. Airliners Live has to see me all day, every day in ultra high definition.
I have
so it's only fair that a lot of you have to as well.
And every time I go in the bathroom, I get terrified.
Why? With what?
Looking in the mirror.
No.
Got another ATR. Oh, another ATR, really? Coming in, looks like an Aer Lingus regional.
4K 3D, yeah.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, God. You're trying to say I don't need Botox?
Oh, yeah. We're getting a new sponsorship deal, are we?
Oh, yeah.
Any wig companies want to reach out?
This Aer Lingus ATR in from Dublin. Lovely backdrop there as well. Nice clear day, so we're seeing nice and far across the approach path here at Manchester.
Yes, and as you might be able to hear and see, a bit of wind as well here at Manchester, as there always is. Windy arrivals. No issues for the ATR though. No issues at all.
And Singapore is also taxiing out as well.
Yes.
So we'll be seeing that in a moment. Another heavy departure to come on the channel. Stick around with Airliners Live this morning. We're live till about 1:30 today.
Yes, we'll hopefully stick around till the 380 goes out.
Fernando, welcome. I love it, Twitch chat.
What's that?
Guys, Peruna just come in with all caps and just put way too down. Alright. Oh, I love Twitch.
Hope you're enjoying the Midweek Madness show. It's starting to get busy here in Manchester now as well. Got another aircraft on approach and an aircraft waiting to depart at the start of 23 right. Single runway ops in use for the rest of today's show, of course. It's a lot of up close, loud, and aviation action with great views. The Ryanair 737 coming in. Bit of an offset crosswind today, or kind of a, maybe like 30-degree offset on the wind today. Tell you what, there's something pretty swanky going on in the Concorde hangar today.
Yeah, there is. It's a big event, isn't it?
I felt a bit underdressed showing up in the RPP today. People in suits all over the place. I can hear a bit of music as well.
Bob Leader, welcome to Premium Economy. Another brand new VIP. Welcome, Bob. Thanks for supporting the channel, mate.
Yo, welcome. Thank you for the support.
Oh, Singapore. Taxi now. Lovely, lovely.
In the sun. How often do you see this in Manchester? In the sun, just like my forehead.
Not as red as your forehead.
Oh, I like that message. Where was it gone? AD saying, trolley, coin and sticker just arrived. Thanks, guys.
Hey, nice one, mate. Thank you for the order.
Appreciate it, dude.
Who in the chat has tested their trolley coin? Yeah. And, ladies and gentlemen, now available in the Airliners Live merchandise store is the Airliners Live 2023 calendar. Yes. Only 80 left in stock. Well, I say in stock, they're arriving next week. There's only 80 left, guys. So if you want to get yours, head over to airlinerslive.com. Go and grab your calendar for 2023. Only 80 left, guys, on the first shipment. They should be arriving with me next week, and we'll be shipping them out. Thanks to everyone who's placed orders already as well. Airlinerslive.com, 2023 calendar. Charge!
Scandinavian in the U scheme.
Love that. Hey, Andy Owen, no problem, mate. Andy Owen was the 1,000th Airliners Live order on the website. Yeah. And he's just received his order, and we put a free T-shirt in there for Andy. Congratulating him for being the 1,000th order. Hope you like it, mate.
Good news all around for Andy, because Andy, are you the chap who had the TUI job offer? Was that right?
Apparently, there's an Emirates A380, a British Airways A380 from Heathrow to
going overhead.
Miami going overhead. Can you see it?
I can't see anything in terms of planes. I can see one of the departing aircraft.
Okay.
But let's try and catch that. That would be a bit of a special. Can you guys see that? Let's have a look. It's very hard for me to catch.
Yeah, top frame now. Top frame. There it is. Yeah, buzzing. That's a lofty from before.
Not quite a cruise altitude yet, but on the departure, I do love that particular departure, because if you're on the right-hand side of the aircraft, you can see the airport on a fairly clear day. And say goodbye to Manchester, to wherever you're going.
Start training in February. Nice, dude.
Another aircraft.
There it is.
That's it.
Whoa, what's the chances of that?
No way.
There you go. Nice one. Cheers, guys, for the update in the chat.
That's amazing.
Hey George, welcome mate.
Sorry, British Airways A380. Just
You would not see that with your eyeballs, would you?
No, I can't see that with my eyes.
Because it's not leaving trails behind it, that'll be why.
Yeah, there's no chance. And obviously the BA has that blue belly as well, so it's kind of a bit camouflaged. Andy Owen saying, I am indeed. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, best of luck, dude.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
I want to see some photos sent to our Instagram, yeah? TUI are great. I'm not fortunate enough to be. I've flown on them much, but the experiences I've had have been great. And I will say, for just like European hops, a leisure airline, right? The seats are so comfy and they recline as well. It's like I'm so used to like Ryanair and EasyJet where you don't get quite that level of luxury, or even Jet2, right? Well, Jet2 is pretty basic.
So it looks like we're going to line up the Air France in front of the Singapore.
Bit of a formation lineup here.
It is, getting that Air France out first.
Another Paris Charles de Gaulle route. And Cafe Latte Games saying that there's an A380 coming in about 28 minutes. Thank you.
Cheers, dude. Thanks for the update. Morning, Sonny. Nice to see you, dude.
We got another recording of the Singapore A350 departing as well. Ooh, lovely sound. Old CFM engines making a right buzz.
I don't think so, mate. YouTube, if we transmit to 4K on YouTube should save the VOD in 4K as well.
Yeah, it will.
So yeah, it won't downgrade it afterwards, no.
Oh wow, Singapore already starting its takeoff roll.
Must be on a completely different routing.
Turn your volumes up for this. Great view and a great sound there from the Singapore A350 900 heading off to, well, Singapore.
Some awesome engine fluff as well going on there on the takeoff roll.
That was nuts. Yeah, I'm glad I recorded that. You see that?
I got some pictures of it as well.
Nice, particularly on the left engine in the lights.
It was, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Engine floof indeed, saying Laurie.
Love it, love it.
I love it. Yeah, usually get them in like wet conditions. I think I think it happens when the dew point is a little bit lower in the atmosphere. So, yeah, that happens quite often when it's wet as well, or particularly like foggy as well.
We've got a Citation XL in next to landing from Cork. 45-minute flight for this one.
All right, nice short flight on board the BizJet.
And the Emirates A380 isn't far away from us now, arriving in about 15 minutes.
Hyped.
And pinging up on the ground, we have a Turkish A321 back to Istanbul, Neo option.
Great sound on that. Well, as we were setting up, it made a right howl, that aircraft. Always happens when we're not streaming, right? Chris saying, I love the mask look on the cockpit windows. Yes, so do we. That it looks great. And I believe that actually has function to it. It's actually to do with heat dissipation around the cockpit windows, because it's a dark surface. I believe it kind of like conducts a lot of heat around the frame of the windows. Obviously, I don't know the thermodynamics of it, but that's kind of the purpose, as well as it looks really nice. You actually see some airlines putting them on their aircraft, the mask design, just for visual reasons. I know,
yeah, it does look good, doesn't it?
Like Air Canada does it really well. They do kind of a bit more. It kind of feeds into the body a little bit more and has that kind of like eyeliner flick to it as well. And yeah, you see like Scandinavian putting it on there. Some of their aircraft as well with a new scheme. And some of the Neos, right, have it, especially like the A330 Neo has it.
Air Transat.
Air Transit put on their 321 Neos, yeah, as well as Pegasus. I think TAP Air Portugal as well. Put it on theirs. It just looks really smart, though. I think it's probably one of them where Airbus made it as a functional addition, and then went, hang on, that looks really good.
Yeah.
This will be that Cessna Citation coming in from Cork in Ireland. Not too long of a flight, of course. Tell you what, I was really impressed with how many calendars got sold, though, because we haven't actually made any posts about it or mentioned it on any of the Manchester shows. The only real mention it's had was on Flight Night with Fezza on Monday night. Yeah,
we did a bit of a exclusive unveiling on John's stream.
Yeah, and as a result, we've sold a lot.
We certainly have.
So, thank you guys.
Morning, Captain Mark. Hope you're well, mate.
Oh no, we also showed it on the Super Sunday show, didn't we? But we didn't actually. It wasn't on the shop at that point.
No.
Good morning, Mark. Hope you're well, dude.
And if you're enjoying the stream today, guys, and you'd like to support the channel, you can do that by clicking the dollar symbol, then clicking Super Chat. It helps us out a lot, especially with the brand new 4K upgrade, which will be coming next month. We love to keep our shows completely free of charge for everyone to tune in. And your donations do help us to stay online and pay the bills. Thanks to everyone who's supported us so far today. We really appreciate it. And welcome to the new VIPs that have signed up today as well. If you're new in the chat, get involved and say hello in the community. Love to give you a warm welcome.
There's no way of seeing that. No way. Oh wait, yeah, there it is.
Oh, nice.
What is that? Looks like a Dreamliner or a 330.
To turn my filters off.
Right over our heads, though. Right over. Surprised I've managed to find that. It took a good few attempts.
Yeah, Turkish 777 from Miami to Istanbul.
Well, I'm so bad at looking at the overheads and identifying what they are. I need to get better. I need to improve. Airliners Live as seen on BBC News, right?
Yes.
Kappa, kappa, kappa. No, we were on BBC News Monday night, was it? I think it was Monday night.
Yeah, Look North we were on, I think.
Yeah, so big up Airliners Live. Our footage was featured on one of the stories during BBC Look North tonight, I think.
Yeah, and we also had our footage used on the Yorkshire Post as well, who did a story on the departure and used our footage on that as well.
That's awesome. So maybe if anyone in the chat has found us through that, let us know.
Yes. And Carl Crawford, thanks for the £2 super chat supporting the channel today. Thank you, mate. Really does help us a lot.
But yeah, they picked up the stream that we did from Doncaster, streaming the last ever departure of a commercial airliner from the airport, which was a TUI 737-800, heading off to Manchester, believe it or not. Nice.
Mary Matthews saying she saw it on the news. Nice.
Yeah, we didn't actually know it was going to be on. It was only
they didn't. It would have been nice, BBC, to just send a quick email and just say, your footage is going to be on, because we want to watch it, right? We want to see it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're well excited that they put it on. It would have just been nice to watch it ourselves as well, but we've got the clip and we've shared it, so we're happy with that. EasyJet in from Copenhagen. An A320-200, 7 years old, from 2015. That left an hour and 42 minutes ago. And Vision Thing returning for 27 months. First class member saying congrats on getting past 150,000 subs. I remember the old days of the flip chart. Yes, we've had quite a few different things going on, haven't we, mate? But thank you so much for being with us for such a long period of time.
The flip chart, like the whiteboard?
The whiteboard, yeah.
Oh my gosh, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, bring back the whiteboard. That was a graft to carry around just for live shows. For those who don't know, I think it was last year, we had an idea where we were going to take a whiteboard down, and just to say thank you, we were going to write all the names of everyone who became a member on there. And it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work just to look. It was huge. It was like, like an A2 size, I think.
Jay, if you want to order merch from outside of the UK, mate, just go to airlinerslive.com, click contact, and drop us a quick message with what you want and your shipping address, dude, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
That goes for anybody who's not in the UK.
Yeah. Carl Crawford said we just hit 152,000 subscribers.
No way. It's going crazy, isn't it?
We had a race between the 100k play button and the 150k, and actually the play button won.
Nice.
By 1,000 subs.
Welcome, Alan Riley. Hope you're doing well. 200k by Christmas. Yeah, you never know, mate. You never know.
We are going
It's definitely possible.
We are going all out on all platforms. And me and Martin, actually, we've been involved with YouTube for a long time. Like literally, I remember back before they had the partner program. When it wasn't like there was no way to monetize videos. And that's when I started watching it back in probably 2008, maybe 2000. Yeah, something like that. I know in the chat, a bit of trivia knows what the first ever video on YouTube was. So let's see if anyone knows that. A bit of YouTube history. But I do love YouTube. I've been watching YouTube since, for a long time. And it's a great social media. I think it's actually, in my opinion, it's the best of all the social medias. Especially now that they've got the posts features as well. And
yeah, YouTube has just really done some great work. We're really seeing it firsthand on the channel as well, because if we haven't hit it already, I think we may have done. We're on about 40,000 subscribers a month at the moment, which is, guys, I'd never in my life would have thought that was even possible, never mind happening to our channel. And it's so cool. It's just, we're just buzzing all the time, aren't we? Just looking, just going, this is crazy. You just can't believe it sometimes.
Yeah, I guess Vision Thing got it right. Zoo. Ice Dog saying me at the zoo. Yeah, that's the one. So the really old video, really low quality, 4:3 aspect ratio, and I think it's the creator. I don't know his name of YouTube, just doing like a little, hey, this is me at the zoo, going on YouTube. And I think initially, it was just like a silly little, just post your videos. If they're good enough, they might appear on the front page. They used to have YouTube. Do you remember this? The star rating system. Do you remember that? So now it's thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs down, but it did used to be stars.
Stars. That was it. Yeah, how many stars? Rate it 5 stars, guys. And subscribe.
That was it. Yeah. Gosh. Oh, mate, really going back in time now, aren't we?
Yeah. I used to be so invested. I actually have a video on my old YouTube channel. It's very, very hidden now. I think I am talking on it about me at that time, sort of 2010 or something. I made a video about what I think should happen to YouTube. The features they should add. Like I really wanted at the time, like an eBay style rating system. So like all the stars culminate into like a channel rating. So like it stops people from just uploading garbage, because then the channel will get a bad rating. But But then they went down the more thumbs up, thumbs down, which at the time people hated. They're like, what is this? Like, what was if I want to give it a 4 out of 5? You know, do I give it a thumbs up? A 3 out of 5? What's that? But in retrospect, I think actually it's quite a nice feature having just thumbs up, nice and easy, and the thumbs up helps the video get distributed and things.
So talking of thumbs up, guys, give it a click just below the video feed there. Give it a click and YouTube will start sharing that around for us. We'd love to get more people in on the midweek show. I must admit, I've been noticing the midweek show needs a bit of work. I think we need to maybe advertise it a bit more, or maybe mess with the time a little bit, just to try and get as many people in as possible, obviously, because there's a lot of people who are at work, and that's completely understandable. I think we may need to pay a bit of attention to the midweek show, or even change the day. Maybe not have it so structured, maybe just change the days based on when the best traffic is and stuff.
Yeah, and obviously the traffic falls off quite a bit after like 1 p.m, 2 p.m, and then also if you stay a bit later, it gets dark and no one wants it.
It would still be it'd still be within sort of RVP opening hours, but I don't know. Maybe we just move the day around, keep it fresh. I don't know. We'll have to have a look, guys. But yeah, we'd love to get as many people in as possible. So if anyone's got any ideas for the midweek show, feel free to let us know.
Looks like a BA coming in. Is it? Is it an A380? No. I know the 380 is not far out coming into Manchester Airport.
No, it's really not. We've got this A319 in from London. Then following that is a Lufthansa A321 from Frankfurt. And then the Emirates A380 is coming in behind number 3 to land currently, shortly to be number 2.
Hype. Just adjusting the tripod a bit. There we go. Amazing.
Well, the thing is with the midweek is the RVP opens at 8. So the earliest time we could get here would be 8 a.m. However, we tried that the other week and it literally took us over an hour to get here at that time in the morning. And just to put that into context, it's usually a 15-minute drive. So, that time in the morning is not fun trying to get to Manchester Airport.
Yeah, it'd have to be like a significant improvement, really, for that to be worth it.
And Melissa, thank you very much for gifting an Airliners Live membership, showing some support in today. Really appreciate it, guys.
Oh, thank you, Melissa. Very kind of you. Yes, this is a BA A319 coming in from London Heathrow today. The shuttle service. Sporting the 319 here. They do occasionally send the 321 Neos still. I remember during last year they sent that for the majority of the time. Yeah. Beautiful aircraft. In my opinion, the A3, like British Airways, the aircraft delivery looks best on, in my opinion, is the A321 Neo. Like the big, shiny engines, long fuselage. Although like the 350 and the A380 looks great, I just think the 350 just looks really balanced and nice. Sorry, the 321 Neo looks really balanced and nice. What do you guys think in the chat?
Yeah, Kevin and Tony. Jerry will just stream whenever we stream, guys. Like, if we move our midweek show, he'll just move his show as well. So, unfortunately, that's going to be something that's going to be with us for the foreseeable future until he gets bored, I think. So, unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that. We were on Fridays, he did Fridays, then we moved to Wednesdays, and all of a sudden he started doing Wednesdays. We change our stream to the afternoon, he follows us to the afternoon. It's very, very obvious what's happening. So we've just accepted the fact that we're always going to have that competition there on the midweek show, which is fine. It is what it is, but I think it's more the way in which it's being done is what's a little bit irritating. But there you go. So yeah, that won't help. Like if we move the stream, he'll just move his stream as well. So I don't think we'll be able to get the viewers that way.
Turkish Airlines A321 Neo. I'll be heading back to Istanbul. Got another aircraft about to arrive as well. I can see 2 in a stack. I think that means it's time to all rise.
There you go, you can see the King of the Skies.
I'll stick with the King, I think.
Martin Saxton, that's not true, mate. He was streaming on Wednesdays for a long time, but he then switched to Fridays when we started doing Fridays and stopped doing Wednesdays.
I know, he's back on Wednesdays.
And then when we moved from Friday to Wednesday, he moved back to Wednesday. So it's not true that he's been doing Wednesday non-stop, mate. He's been moving around.
Hyped to see the A380 touching down here at Manchester Airport, coming in from Dubai. King of the Skies. Is it early today? Roughly on time, I think. But will it be early going out?
We'll see.
Or at least on time? Probably not. Let's get them King emotes in the chat, shall we? As the Lufthansa 321 just rolls out on the runway at the moment. Should vacate in time for the King to touch down. Pilots up in the flight deck of the A380 probably got eyes on the Lufty, which is still slowing down. You can just hear the brakes squeaking there. If the 321 did take too long on the runway, it would require would mean that the 380 would have to go around. But it seems like the Lufty is vacating now.
Yeah, Adam, it doesn't surprise me, mate. Doesn't surprise me, dude. That's probably because he uses a £400 camcorder, whereas we use a very expensive camera. So that's probably why he doesn't care as much as to when it starts raining. And we don't stop streaming in the rain. We streamed for 6.5 hours in the storm the other day. It's just nonsense, mate. We stopped once the other week because the rain was literally blowing into the lens. But yeah, that's kind of sums him up, really, I'd say.
Beautiful spray shot there from the King of the Skies, touching down live on the Midweek Madness show.
Love it.
They always manage to find a little bit of liquid built up there at the end of the runway, or towards the end of the runway, just because not many aircraft are still using the reverse thrust at that point. The exception being the 380, of course. How was that, though?
That was fantastic. Bill Stewartson, no worries, mate. Drop me an email from the contact page, Bill, and I'll give you a hand when we're back at the office.
Yeah. The new office. We'll have to do an office tour for the VIPs, I think.
I'd say so.
I think a couple of people have requested that. It's like 2.5 times the size of the old office, so it's a lovely size. It's got a filming space, it's got a merch packing space, all the merch stored in there. We've got the 2 desks, and we've got a few ideas to spruce it up as well, going forwards. Lovely being out in the sun today, though, here at Manchester Airport. What a change this makes. Brings the mood up, just raises the temperature to a nice level. Yeah, we'll definitely do an office tour for you guys. We've obviously been doing works to get it up to standard. We've actually got 2 softbox lights, like studio lights, that we've actually mounted to the roof of the office. So that looks really professional and creates a really nice lighting atmosphere for the studio space. Is a new office though at City Airport? It is indeed, Jamie.
Yeah, we're in the same building, Jamie. We just moved to one of the bigger rooms.
Yeah, a lot bigger.
We need another Barton stream. It was brilliant. I know a lot of you are asking for Barton again.
Yeah, it's just not been too busy there recently, has it?
No, it's not. We're keeping an eye on it. We're waiting for a nice busy day and the weather to be good.
Here we go, the King of the Sky is about to taxi back past us, here past the Runway Visitor Park.
Barry also asking about the next Barton stream.
Yeah, you guys, the die-hard fans seem to really love them.
Yeah, but in terms of the grand scheme of viewers, we definitely only get about a third of the usual viewer count on a Barton show.
Here we go. Let's get them emotes in the chat. Maybe a wave as well from the flight deck. I think it might hold actually because there's an aircraft arriving.
Qatar's 16 minutes out. Cheers, Matt.
That's all right. Let's catch the touchdown of whatever it is touching down.
Pegasus next. It's in from Istanbul.
The lighting really improving there. You can see on the left engine, looking really nice and smart. Pegasus A380 Neo. The noise completely drowned out by the biggest passenger aircraft on the planet, right here. Woohoo! Yes. And yes, the King is going to hold for the Pegasus, which is probably going to make the exit right ahead of us. Beastly asking if any Virgins departed yet. Not yet. Still plenty of A330s to go. Hyped to see them. One of our favourite airlines. In fact, it is my favourite airline. Shout out. Pegasus vacating 2-3 right. This is what's holding the King up. And people on the left-hand side getting an awesome view head-on with the King of the Skies. And taking airtime as well. There's another lander coming in as well. Catch that soon as well. Starting to get real busy here at Manchester though. I can only assume a lot of the heavy aircraft that would go out earlier are running quite late. Maybe someone in the chat can have a look on radar and see what's going on. 380 adding a bit of thrust now. There is an aircraft touching down. Let's have a look. Just a Ryanair 737-800. Bit windy here. And there we go. Down on the ground. What a view. Love it. Still blows me away. The size of this thing.
And Circa, welcome back for 10 months of Tier 1 membership on Twitch. Appreciate it, mate. And Catherine, welcome back to Premium Economy as well. Thank you very much, guys. It really does help us out a lot.
Huge. You look at the tail, the height of the tail is nuts.
Morning, Steve. Welcome to the stream.
And like we said, we're going to stick around and catch the departure of the A380 as well. Should be phenomenal. Blasting off runway 1 live on Airliners Live. Hopefully not too late. Please.
EasyJet hopping over to Belfast, A320-200. And next to land, oh, I'm hyped, Flybe -8, and I've got my camera as well. Lovely jubbly. Right, see this, guys. I've been looking forward to catching this when I've got my camera in my hand.
Nice. A bit of a breeze as well, you should see it.
Hopefully it's got the, oh, it's just the white one.
Oh no,
please.
I knew you were here.
God, I need a bit of luck.
Did you read out that VIP as well? I
Yes.
wasn't really paying attention. I was very focused on the camera. Here we go, the Flybe -8 coming in. It's great seeing the Q400s back in Manchester.
Can you send the purple one, please?
It's not as bad as last time when they were sending ATRs and things.
Yeah.
With no livery. Or Marathon, was it called? Marathon Airlines?
That's right.
Embraers.
And the sun's going in, of course.
We love the sound as well of the Q400s.
Hey, don't you worry, Matty boy. It's all ready to go, son.
Flybe are back at Manchester now, flying multiple flights per day with the likes of the Q400s, the -8s. We love them. See the speed brakes still up there at the top of the wings. There they go. Love a bit of blurry ploppage.
Shutting down the number 1 engine. Single engine taxi is very common on the -8s. The aircraft more than capable of taxiing on the 1 engine, and obviously saves fuel as well.
As a passenger on the -8, it is strange looking out the window and the engine's not spinning if you're on that side. How's the aircraft still moving?
Yeah.
But then obviously the other engine's still spinning as well. Awesome to see. You should see that engine just stop completely. Just taking its time to spin out though. Yeah, sadly just the all white scheme. I assume this is yet to be painted. I can't remember. Someone in the chat did explain the situation with this aircraft. I think it was Owen.
It was an X lot.
That was it. Yeah.
-8. So it's just not had the scheme pots on yet.
Good memory.
Hey, nice one, Helen. Glad you enjoyed it. Welcome to the stream. And Ashley Williams, good morning, morning, Andy. Hope you guys are well. Cheers, mate. Yeah, no, it's nice and warm today, Ashley. It's quite nice, actually.
I've actually got look at me. I got a t-shirt. I got I'm loving it.
You're all set up, aren't you?
I love this shirt with thermals on underneath because it's just like you're ready for anything.
Yeah. And I'm wearing the old body warmer. Got the sleeves rolled up. It is nice and warm today. A lovely view of that -8 on its taxi back.
Yeah, I think they use Terminal 3 here in Manchester these days. Quite familiar to see props over at that terminal. They've got the Logan Air operating out of there, and I believe Urini, Eastern Airways. I don't know if Blue Island are still operating, I'm not sure.
And Glyn Davies, thank you very much for the £5 super chat, mate. That really helps us a lot, dude. Thank you very much. Cheers for supporting the channel, mate.
Thank you so much.
I think we got the Air Transat taxiing out, so we'll get a nice shot of that.
Great, I can't wait for that. Tell you what, when the sun goes behind the clouds, it drops like a lot of degrees Celsius, it feels like. Is the airport pub still open? I believe so. 777 inbound, saying Chris. Have we? Ooh.
Lovely jubbly, yeah. It'd be the Qatar, not far out now.
Qatar, not far. Anyone else watching from Macclesfield? I'm not sure, James. You'll be surprised, though.
Yeah, I agree, Steve. I love the prop planes, ATRs and the dashes.
Yeah, I love them too, especially the Dash 8s. You were really sad when Flybe initially went bust because they were a nice feature at Manchester, and they used to be super, super busy here at Manchester as well. Flybe did.
It was funny when you guys were blue. Yeah. Maybe make that a midweek feature. Everything's blue.
Just do it on Tuesday. Blues Day. I beat the midweek blues or whatever. Oh, it's Monday blues, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. We've beat them then, haven't we? Because they're not here anymore. Blue logo looked so good.
A lot of people said that.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm not changing the logo. That is on so many things now. It's not happening. But we did think of doing a very special, extremely limited edition of clothing. Like, maybe just sell like 10 of each or something.
What you could do is just find some blue socks and chuck them in the wash with your Airliners Live shirt, and there you go. Blue.
Loving getting these taxi shots. As I said before, if you're not following us on Instagram, that's where you'll find most of my images if you want to have a look at them. Or you can just have a look on the YouTube page. We also post them on there as well.
Shut up and take my money. Why is everyone obsessed with the blue?
Does everyone really, really want some blue logo merch? Is it the thing you're all waiting for?
It reminds me of the Vancouver leaf design. Everyone's like,
everybody asked for that Vancouver leaf design. The chat went nuts. Oh, I really want it, really want it. It's been on the store for weeks, months probably. And I'm not joking, we sold 2 of them. Honestly, God's honest truth, we sold 2 of them. So I don't believe you guys in the chat anymore.
But the Vancouver mountain design one's been pretty popular.
Yes, the Vancouver mountain one has probably been one of our most popular designs after the A380 design. Yeah.
It's really attractive. I really like that one. Blue pin badge for the win. Do you know how complicated it is to get new pin badges made? Sadly, we can't just get one for you, Mark.
Hey, but we do have in stock, which need adding to the website, actually. We've got more Airliners Live logo pin badges, and we have more VIP pin badges. So for those of you who missed out last time, we've received more, guys. So we'll be adding them. We've got so much to do. We just need a week in the office just to get all this sort of little stuff done. It always gets pushed to the back of the queue. But Gary Thompson, a very warm welcome. Let's get some waves in the chat for Gary, a brand new viewer, loving the channel. Thank you, mate. And enjoy this, dude. Qatar 777-300 today, I think, in from Qatar Doha. 777, yes, 300. Nice heavy arrival for us. And pinging up on the ground, we've also got a TUI Dreamliner as well, so we've got a heavy departure coming up very shortly.
Nice.
When the coaster's back in stock, I mean, any day now, man. They should have been here by now, to be honest, Carl. So, again, as soon as they arrive, I'll be putting them on the website. I'll add it to our Asana. We need to check where all that stuff is, because definitely should be here by now.
Here we go, the Qatar 777-300 ER coming in next to arrive in Manchester. There's a bit of a breeze here, as you can probably hear on the mics. Nothing too crazy though. Today
is definitely a fish finger butty day, I think.
I feel like you say that on most shows.
Only the midweeks, really. The Sundays I'm alright. It's the midweeks where I get hungry. Get your name in the chat. Is today a fish finger butty day, guys? Not a bad idea to ask her, mate.
What was it?
Tell him to.
Reverse has already snowed. Oh, hitting the front brake. Oh my gosh, it sounds like my car.
It does, actually. You can always tell when Andy's arrived at the office. I can hear him before he even walks in because his car squeaks. Andy's here.
It's a safety feature, okay?
Hey, John. How you doing, mate? Every day's a fish finger butty day, mate. That's what I'm talking about. Unit knows what it's all about.
There you go.
Had homemade fish and chips for dinner last night. June, where's our invite?
Sam been playing with the brakes. Well, Sam inspected my brakes because Sam's pretty handy with cars. She actually like kind of does her own kit cars up and things like that.
She definitely likes you, doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
Because I was going to say, mate, you better be sure before you let her mess with your brakes.
Well, no, she's inspected them and she said they're fine. Oh, Air Transat 321 Neo taxiing out. Oh no, the tripod's done that thing again. Oh no. Oh no.
Thanks, Jay. I'll get to it, mate, as soon as we're back this evening. What Aldi are doing a giant Yorkshire pudding filled with a large pig in blanket. Oh my days. I am going straight to Aldi on the way home.
That's pretty naughty, isn't it?
Chat. Mrs. Airlines Live. Add it to the list.
That's harder.
That is, mate, I'm taking a picture of that so I remember for later. Big Al knows what it's all about.
Big Al knows the score. I may need to fix something on a tripod when this has gone past. I'm on limp home mode at the moment.
Oh, Norwegians just touched down as well.
Yes. We got taxiing out as well. Gulf Dreamliner. Look at that, double shot. Gorgeous. We've got a golden plane and a golden plane, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay. Did you take chemistry in school? Right, I'm going to try and fix the tripod. Hang on. We're on a bit of a wonk at the moment. Stand by, chap.
Live. Fixing the tripod as wonk a lot.
There we go, that'll work.
Gets it working up there.
That'll do.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. You're tuned into the Airliners Live midweek show. Wow, another heavy on the way out. TUI Dreamliner. A couple of Dreamliners on the way out. We'll be seeing them in the next few minutes. Norwegian taxiing in front as well. Loads still to come in the next hour and 30 minutes.
That'll do. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. This is going to be epic, guys. Did anyone else get the AU reference? No? I could have been wrong there, to be fair. I only know it because there's a vodka brand called AU Vodka. There you go, Matt Smith's got it. Hey.
There's you acting like you're listening in school. It's because of vodka.
You'd think I drink a lot.
Oh, my dad's just sent me a picture of that Aldi Yorkshire pudding. Woo! Look at that. That looks good.
You showed me it as well.
Can I have a look? Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's
That's
awesome.
a 10 out of 10, that, isn't it?
They have a lot of egg in Yorkshire puddings, don't they?
No.
Well,
Why do you say it? Why don't you just let me enjoy it, pal?
I mean, I can let you enjoy it. Just look out for you, okay? I'm not having you. Having that before I stream. Guys, look what I've had for breakfast today. Right, let's not talk about that because that's not a good combo to have. But we have got a Ryanair 737 MAX 8-200 coming in.
Keep it in Burnley, Lee. We don't want it here.
What's that? Rain?
Yeah.
Oh no! We certainly don't.
Oh my days. So apparently the sausage that's in that massive Yorkshire pudding that's wound and wound around, you know how big it is?
Go on.
2 foot long.
What the hell?
Oh mate, Christmas is going to be 10 out of 10 in my house. I'm going to Dad's for Christmas dinner.
Well, your dad seems to be on it anyway. He's the one who found it.
I know, but I'm not going to eat much else after that. That might have to be Boxing Day dinner, maybe.
David saying great coverage as always, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it, dude. If you're really loving the stream today, remember you can hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. On YouTube, of course. Make sure you're subscribed. And there's also a little bell icon next to the subscribe button, which gives you a notification as to when we go live. You just press the bell icon and then hit all notifications. And yeah, that gives you a nice little notification on your phone. Sometimes like an email notification if you have that set up as to when we are live. So you're not going to miss a moment. But generally we go live at the same time all the time, so Wednesdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. UK time at Manchester Airport. We also have our flight sim shows on a Monday evening from 6 p.m. And then usually we'll have our Vancouver shows on a Thursday. Henry's just away for his wife's birthday at the moment. They're on a little holiday, so he's just taking a little break from live streaming.
If you eat that, you won't be able to leave your house. All right, I won't buy one. Everyone's telling me off.
I mean, would it? Some of them don't have egg. You can get free from Yorkshire puddings.
Mate, I'm not having happiness-free Yorkshire puddings. If I'm having a Yorkshire pudding, I'm having a Yorkshire pudding, and I'm just accepting the consequences. All right,
Sacrifice yourself.
Sick of it. I want a bit of happiness.
Well, you will be sick of it after. There we go. Gulf Air Dreamliner heading back to Bahrain.
That's how, Mrs. Airline is live. That's how she described the chocolate I bought because it was dairy free. She said it's happiness free. I would laugh my head off.
Yeah, really is, isn't it?
Yeah.
There she goes, the Gulf Dreamliner. Look at them wings flexing.
Love it.
Woo!
And Amiga, thank you very much for the £1.80 super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's only 35 degrees in Bahrain, St. John H.
Is it?
Might be a bit warm for the Airliners Live hoodie over there, if I'm honest. Last night I put a poll on my Instagram because, guys, I'll do the poll for you guys, right? Bell peppers, right? You know, just regular peppers that you buy from a supermarket, like the traffic light ones. Are they God tier?
Yeah, I saw this poll. I was like, what's the matter with you?
Yay or nay? Because it's just so underrated, aren't they? Like when you think of veg, you go, carrots, potatoes, whatever. peppers.
Right.
They're the one. And they remind me, because I have them with not every meal, but almost every meal. I just throw a few in, because they go with so many things as well.
Peppers. Have a roast potato, shut up.
Well, I don't mind them, but like, talking like, if I'm making anything with rice, if I'm having some fish, any meat, I'll just throw some peppers in there. Curry, whatever. But then it reminded me, because I'm having them so often, right? Have you ever had a food so often that you're sick of it? Like I have. You won't even eat it anymore.
What was it that me and Jen used to have all the time that we had to stop eating because we were just sick of it?
I have one as well. For me, when I was a student, I lived off like nothing. Like the amount of money I had was just like non-existent.
Oh, that was it. And I've never had them again since. Has anyone tried them in the chat? Them Maggie bags that you put chicken in.
Oh yeah, they're alright.
We used to get the barbecue ones of them, the Maggie bags, and we had them all the time on like rice or whatever. And we had them so much that I got sick of them. I just can't eat them anymore.
They're the ones that like you have a bag, right, and you have like the seasoning, right?
So you cut your chicken up and then you put it in the bag and give it a shake, tiny little bit of oil in there, and then just put it in the oven and it cooks it. But it's not for me anymore.
I had a few people saying this on my Instagram, saying the green peppers are the worst.
Yeah, I like.
Are they?
If I'm going for peppers, have the red ones.
Do they taste that much different? I've never like just tasted them like individually. I just have them as a mix. It's like Starbursts where you throw the black currant ones out.
Dave Morgan says, I've not eaten bananas for about 50 years because I had so many of them I went off them.
Wow. What?
That is a long time to be dedicated to.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, Dreamliner's kicking up some more engines under. Rotate. Mate, I wish that rotated when I could still get a picture of the engines, because that would have been nuts.
That would have been insane. Look at the wing flex again. Swooping up there, especially at the wingtips. That was a great shot though. Wing fluff. Going off to Cancun, Mexico. For me, so I used to just, like I said, when I was a student, I had like no money. And the only meat I could really afford was like gammon, because that was quite cheap at the time. It probably still is. It's just a cheap meat. So I used to eat that every sort of second day, gammon, just to get like some protein. And it was like that, and then I'd alternate between really cheap pizzas and super noodles and things. And gammon, man, as a result, I just do not like anymore.
There was a guy at my college once who... We used to go to Tesco's and you're on the hot counter, and no joke, he just bought one of the joints of gammon off the hot counter on the bone, and he was just walking around college for hours just eating this gammon like proper Scooby snack. Couldn't believe it. I don't think he realised how salty it was though, because he really started to struggle towards the end. But one thing we used to have in college, which I don't know if you guys had when you were in college, chipped naan. You just go to his place, it'd be a naan bread just filled up with chips.
That's a lot of carbs.
And like different sauces. And then for the walk back, I got a samosa.
Look at this. Scandinavian Neo in the new scheme with a white nose. It really shows how like off-white the body is. That's awesome.
Yeah, there was a bit of a challenge in our college who could actually finish that chip naan. There was only about 3 of us who ever actually finished one, and I'm proud to say that my name was on the list.
Wow.
It was massive.
You're still on the wall of fame.
It was massive.
no cap, I think we're going to have to put gloves on at some point.
Yeah.
Fingers are getting well cold.
That EasyJet off to Athens.
Oh, right, I didn't really flew that from Manchester. Don't often see that route. I've heard Athens is quite cool for spotting. I do love Greece as well.
And the next EasyJet in from Alicante.
Yeah, that was one of the best looking planes of the day. I agree.
Yeah, I do really like that new Scandinavian scheme. I was a bit concerned when I first saw it that the SAS wouldn't stand out very much, but in the right light it really sparkles. It looks great.
Yeah.
Mark says I enjoyed the Athens flight. It's nice. Yeah, it's a nice approach, isn't it, Mark, as well?
I'll have to go sometime. It looks like such a good city for, like, obviously, like, sightseeing and historic architecture and whatnot. Another EasyJet coming in. Slowing down nice and slow. Probably going to make the rapid exit taxiway off 23 right there. Got one of the fire ops vehicles here overseeing as well. How's the weather holding up in Manchester? It's okay at the moment. It's gone very cloudy, so RIP sunshine. Although there's patches of blue.
Cheers, sponsorship masters on Twitch. Appreciate it, mate. Glad you're enjoying the stream.
One of these days you should do like a picture of my camera when an EasyJet's taxiing past like that, because I always
flapping your arms.
I always wave and sometimes I get a wave back from the flight deck, but I do wonder how many people in the cabin can see me as well. Maybe they wave back, I don't know.
Next lands a Freebird in from Antalya with the purple or red tail, I think. Purple today.
Yeah, the purple's the best one.
About to fly over the top of us. I don't think we'll see it, unfortunately. Is a United 777-300 on its way to Frankfurt. Left San Francisco 8 hours 50 minutes ago. There's only an hour left on that flight.
We need another American operator here at Manchester.
Yeah, we do.
Come back, please. Dublin has them. Why can't we? I think they do well. I still to this day think a Las Vegas route from Manchester would do really well. Because Virgin used to fly that. I think Virgin are quite limited on staff at the moment, so expansion at Manchester is quite tricky. But here we go. This is my favourite Freebird aircraft with a purple tail. I think it looks very nice. Just a nice vibe. It was a good landing. Been some good landings today. Not seen any bad
it's quite
ones.
calm, isn't it? The wind.
Yeah. No one's fell victim to the 2-3 right hump yet.
No, not yet.
Not like the Iceland Air 7-6.
We've not had American for quite a while here at Manchester.
Yeah,
a few years.
Fly the Dreamliners, I think, often, and other airframes as well. United as well, remember them?
Yeah.
7.5s.
Welcome, Bob. Hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button for us, guys. If you are new, hit subscribe as well.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. It's very kind of you.
No worries, Barry. Thank you for tuning in, mate.
It's usually a lot more chill here on the midweek shows. It's usually me and Martin, sometimes a guest as well. In terms of equipment, it's usually a lot more laid back, which is awesome. And yeah, I know Fez mentioned this, but we've actually been talking to the creator of the theme song that we use, which is "Open Your Eyes" by Click Track Heart. The chap who makes them songs apparently is currently working on another EP, similar style music.
Amazing.
So that's awesome. Can't wait to see more of that. I do like in them cases to like contact them and be like, hey, look, your song's like literally our theme song and everyone loves it. And he was made up. We have the license for it, but we didn't get it directly from him. We got it through like a licensing platform. All paid for and whatnot.
I must admit, we Airliners Live joined LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago, and I'm really enjoying it as a platform. It's super positive. Loads of people in the industry are on there, like tagging us in things, and pilots, and we've just had a dispatcher tag us in a post to say keep an eye out for the Norwegian that I dispatched. So yeah, it's really cool, man. I love that platform.
Sweet.
I wish we'd got on there a bit earlier.
Saudi Dreamliner coming in from Jeddah today. Number 2-3 up on the front.
Is he going to go head on with us here? He could definitely get off at this taxiway, couldn't he?
Yeah, if they're going to let it roll out.
He's thinking about it.
Or are they going to put the brakes on?
Go on.
No. Bit of foot brake might have been able to do it, but there is a rapid exit taxiway coming up, so...
And apparently we're Michelle's favourites.
Oh, yeah.
To Sean in the chat, Siobhan. Sean. That is the worst name for me to try and read out because I always say it wrong.
What is it? Where?
Wait, you're going to make me say it again?
Siobhan.
Right, I thought it was. But isn't there like a few different pronunciations of that? I'm probably not Michelle's favourite anymore now that I've just butchered her daughter's name.
I think there's a few different spellings of it because it's an Irish, like a Celtic origin to it. Irish Gaelic, origin. So it has that slightly unusual for English speakers.
Michelle's like, that's it, switch them off. Had enough of these idiots.
Yeah, because I had a friend who was called Siobhan. I've had two, and both had different spellings. One was like that, and then one was like completely more just like phonetic. It was like more like how you'd pronounce it. But I've noticed in our chat we've had a few names with Irish names. You know, like Neve is another one.
Yeah, Neve. That makes no sense. That spelling. And we try really hard on the channel. I hate mispronouncing people's names, but unfortunately, it's gonna. And I bet, Siobhan, that happens to you all the time. And if that was me, it'd probably wind me up constantly.
Yeah, it would for me as well.
I apologise, but thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you both well.
There are other Irish names that are also very tricky to pronounce. Well, not the pronunciation, it's just, associating the right pronunciation.
And Bob says, people struggle to get my name right.
Oh, no, Bob.
Have a bing bong for that one, so that was good.
Yeah, Stephen and Stefan's another one I see people get confused between. Because Stephen could be spelled with a PH, can't it?
Yeah. And his Saudi Dreamliner left Jeddah 6 hours 20 minutes ago, -9. 4-year-old from 2018. And a flight of just over 3,000 miles on this one. Oh, Sun Express catching the sun. I missed it again. I need to put my eyes on. I'm looking at chat instead of looking out the window. No, we've not had any 75 yet, Flo.
We haven't.
There's a Virgin Atlantic A330 for Bridgetown pinging up.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Finally.
As we pull into about the last hour of today's show. Thank you everyone for tuning in to Airliners Live today. We really do appreciate your viewership.
Gillian saying people struggle with Clough. Who would struggle with that? Honestly, come on. Who would struggle with that?
Not that guy there. He definitely don't struggle with it.
So the Express Max heading back out here in the sun. People always say Brownhill for my name as well. It's like so.
How? It's a B.
Everyone maybe I pronounce it wrong. Is that Ian Brownbill in the chat? Maybe you can back me up.
Really?
So, the amount of times people get that wrong is unbelievable. Like, I've had things sent to my house with Brownhill randomly. I'm like, what is going on?
That's got to be just from people hearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not people reading it.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But it's just I have to every time spell it out for them.
Try having my last name. I just default to reading it out to them because no one's going to get it.
Yeah.
I've had all sorts on mine.
There are a few really really unique surnames out there, aren't there? Like yours. I don't think I've ever met another other than your family, of course.
Yeah.
Mine as well, other than my family.
Well, there is actually, believe it or not, there is another guy who used to spot at Manchester with the same surname as me.
All right.
And he's no relation whatsoever. First ever Langren person I've ever met who isn't part of the family.
These aren't problems for Matt Smith, are they?
Got 9 million Matt Smiths.
I'm sure people have it worse than us, though.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you think you've got one of those names that either everybody gets wrong all the time or you're constantly having to say it 3 times.
Yeah, Heidi's an interesting name, isn't it? I've never met another Heidi. Other than one person which was Swedish. Here we go. Sun Express Max. Next out. Awesome departure there. Great rotation points as well.
Ronnie said my maiden name was Moan.
Moan?
As in Moan, like M-O-A-N. No wonder I got married, he said.
Moan. Never heard that one before. I am constantly being enlightened to new surnames though that I've never seen before. Yeah, Chew as well, saying Jane. I've never heard someone with the surname Chew before yourself, so... There you go, they've got a Neve in the chat there, Neve Bolton.
All right. There you go, maybe you and Siobhan can be good friends.
Yeah, that's it. And Langston as well, that's very similar to Langren, isn't it? It's a few letters different.
Yeah.
It looks like the Saudi Dreamliner is kind of holding here as well. You see that? Just a tail and the wing?
Yeah, that's it. Got it.
Maybe waiting for a stand to be free up. And there's a lot of Virgin 330s running late. So usually Terminal 2, they sometimes struggle to find space for some of these aircraft, particularly if some of them are running late, departing. So that might be what's going on here. The Saudi Dreamliner. Although it does look like it's moving now, which is good. But I think people in the chat were saying the Virgin 330 has been pushed back now to Bridgetown. No way, Laurie. My son-in-law's name is Gunn. My daughter's maiden name was Young, so her name is now Young Gunn.
No way.
No way. Yeah, I've met a few people with the surname Gunn. Like Gunn. Gunn. Yes, as Chester Mike says, make sure you hit the like button, folks, if you're watching on the old YouTubes.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on Twitch, Crispy, don't worry, mate.
Where's Bridgetown? That's Barbados, isn't it? Langston is Old English, but it means Long Village or...
There you go. Alan, I'll let you have a go on Alan's surname. He says a lot of people get my surname wrong.
Oh, no, look at that.
70 years. That's a tough one, that, Alan.
Would you just say Deezer?
No. I would never say that.
What would you
from
say?
That spelling. Like...
Diesel?
I'd say... I don't even know. What would you say there?
No, I'd say something else.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Deezer. Where are you at, Deezer?
I don't know. D-Saw? D-Sower? I don't know. D-Sower?
Yeah, I'd probably go with something more like that. Desower.
We're probably wrong.
Kezower.
Go on then. Were either of us even close? D-Sower, yeah. Deezer. Wasn't that
No,
better?
what are you on about?
This is where Deezer's right, okay. British Airways A319 heading back to London Heathrow. Do you know the roots of your name? Have you ever looked that up?
I think one of my dad's brothers did something with it, but I've got no idea. I assumed it was partly French, but I don't know.
Mine comes from Old English. Apparently, the soldiers who would use, what are they called, halberds, which were like spears with like hooks at the end of them, so you'd stab someone and then they'd have a big hook at the end as well. The people who would wield them are called brownbills.
Oh, really?
There you go, apparently.
You're a bit violent, are you?
It is a bit violent. I get Brown Hill a lot too, Andy. There you go, Ian can back me up.
My surname is Old Welsh for son of Richard. Oh, that's cool, Christina. Mrs. Airliners Live loves all this sort of history stuff as well. And I'm sure Jen could find out a bit about our surname.
Well, she's about to get yours, so she better know. Yeah, the BA A319 next to depart, Manchester Airport, of course. And then we have the Virgin Atlantic A330, I believe. It's going to be out soon.
Yeah, it's already on its taxi.
Sweet. What the heck, Mark? Yeah, I guess so.
C411, thanks for tuning in from Canada, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mine's not a copy.
Oh, there you go. You got it right. Desower, pronounced as it's spelt. Hey, there we go, Alan.
Hey.
Got it.
Bosh. What do you win? What's the prize? The prize is not being humiliated, like myself. But yes, I'm going to go over to the office after this. Maybe film the office tour. Could be cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty much ready now for that. We spent all Monday just moving stuff. Long day. And then obviously yesterday we spent most of it lost in IKEA.
Needs to paint that wall as well, don't we?
Yeah, that's probably the last step before we get a good video filmed. We've got a white wall that needs painting behind the filming space. I don't think it's too bad, but yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out today, guys. I know the midweeks are difficult for a lot of people to tune in.
Yeah.
But it's great to have you all with us. We really do appreciate it. If you're able to support the channel today, we'd massively appreciate that as well. It helps us keep everything online and rolling. You can hit the dollar symbol and then click Super Chat. Or if you want to support us completely free of charge, then just give this stream a like. Is an awesome way of doing that. We'd really appreciate that as well.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Here we go. BA shuttle now departing.
Cheers, Greg. Virgin Atlantic A380 on the taxi.
Oh, yo, let's catch that, shall we? There she is. What's the name? Miss England on the name there, up at the nose of the aircraft. The wind is picking up a lot, actually. Oh gosh, that saved my life, that thing. And there we go. Oh, it looks beautiful in the sun. The Virgin 330. Love the engines when they're in the sun in particular.
And Steve Frost, thank you, mate, for supporting the channel with a £10 super chat. That really helps us a lot, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
And as we announced earlier on, we have invested again. As we say plenty of times here on the channel, all of your donations do go towards upgrades and things like that. And the very near future, the next upgrade for Airliners Live will be Airliners Live 4K. And we've got a new piece of kit on back order, and that will allow us to stream to you guys in glorious ultra high definition. So your super chats do go towards covering the cost of things like that, and that will greatly improve your viewing experience as well. And we always make sure we're making the stream the very best it can be, so that you guys are at least getting your value for money on your donations. And of course it goes towards just the general running costs of the channel as well.
Yes, Tasker saying those Virgin liveries look great in 4K. Honestly, they would.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can do with 4K.
Yeah,
I think it's going to add a lot.
And when Southside re-extend their hours back coming up in March 2023, we'll definitely do some nice long shows over on Southside in 4K. That could be nuts. Obviously, at the moment, for the winter months, they're going to keep Southside closed during sort of middle of the day when you got all the heavies going out. Although you can kind of get there early morning and catch some heavies as well as evening. But for the bulk of the action at Manchester Airport, you definitely want to be around for this sort of time. You've got like the Virgin 330s going out. You've got all the Middle East lot moving around as well.
I must admit, Manchester has seemed very quiet today, though. Yeah. I'm not sure why. We have these weird days here and there where the traffic levels seem to be very low, and then literally the following week after, they're absolutely fine. I mean, has half term just finished? Or is it still happening? Because maybe it's to do with that.
Yeah, we noticed last week it was pretty busy here, wasn't it? In the day.
Malky as well, thank you very much for your £5 super chat, mate. Cheers, mate. Says fabulous and fun chat today with excellent coverage of the action. Have a Yorkshire on me. Cheers, Malky. We will do, mate.
Cheers, Malky. Very kind of you, dude.
Next to roll, this EasyJet heading out to Pisa, A320-200. Half term's finished. Yeah, I think what it is the week after a school holiday finishes, the flights are always a lot less, and then it seems to rebound instantly like a week later.
EasyJet, there's an aircraft about to land as well.
And Martin, welcome back. Premium economy member for 5 months. Always nice to be here, he says. Thank you, dude. Great to have you with us. And the landing aircraft looks like a KLM. It is, yep, in from Amsterdam, 737-800. The Virgin Atlantic's holding short for that to land, and then we'll be getting an awesome A330 departure next.
Sweet.
With all that engine fluff going on, I wonder if we'll see quite a bit more ribbons on the 330 today.
Yeah, I usually see them on that or the 7.5s. So I usually get them quite a lot as well, I've noticed. As well as the triples.
Michael Dean, not yet, I'm afraid. There is a few put to one side in case people's orders don't arrive. But I need to wait a couple of weeks before I put them on the website, just to make sure it's fair for everyone who's ordered those already.
Yeah, there is only a handful of notebooks left. But as Martin said, they're surplus. So if they do go on the website, they'll probably go pretty quick. A lot of people asking about them.
And Martin also sending in a 20 CHF donation. Thank you very much, mate. That's awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Catching the light. Awesome there as it's vacated.
Here we go, Virgin A330-300 next to depart. I'm going to record this. There's the engine fluff.
Thank you so much, mate, for the £20 super chat. Saying just a small donation for the equipment fund, guys, from a long-standing supporter of the channel. Awesome stream as always. Yeah, we really appreciate you, Graham. I know you've been with us for a very long time, mate. Thank you very much for that awesome £20 super chat. Really does help us a lot. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, everyone. Very kind of you. Wow, thanks.
Just as Joel sends in a $4.99 super chat saying it's my birthday, but you guys get the present. Hey Joel, thank you so much for that, mate. And can we all get a massive happy birthday for Joel in the chats? Hope you're having a great day, mate. Whatever it is you're doing today.
Happy birthday, Joel. Have a great one. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. It's very kind of you. Right, let's have a look on the old radars. We've got taxiing out, or about to start its taxi, is another Virgin Atlantic A330 flight 127.
Nice.
Heading off to New York JFK.
And Tony P sending in 5 Airliners Live gifted memberships to the community.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Tony.
Cheers, Tony, mate. That's awesome. Going to John H., Guck Fugel, Plain Kitty, Kevin McEwick, and Philip Walsh, all receiving gifted memberships from Tony. Enjoy that, guys. Thank you so much, mate.
Cheers, Tony.
You want some? Not now.
And 2411 also sending in the $10 Canadian super chat. Thank you very much, guys. Bit of a support train going on there at the top of the chat. If you'd like to get involved, hit the dollar symbol, then click super chat to add another train carriage to that support train on the top of the chat there. Thank you, everyone. That's awesome. And yeah, I hope you're having a great birthday again, Joel. Just as Melissa sends in a 179 super chat, hype for the Virgin Atlantic. Yeah, it should be nice. The the sun will just catch it nicely as it taxis out.
I've got my gloves on now as well. It's like just cold enough to make your fingers proper stiff, so I've geared up, ready. Although when the sun is out, it's like sweaty. It's that really annoying time of year when it's like the awkward in between. Gloves, no gloves, jacket, no jacket. Who knows? Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate it, though.
And Carol, hope you have a great birthday on Friday.
Hey, a lot of birthdays this time of year. Got Sam's birthday in 2 weeks today. Insta Sam. And these gloves here, DIY, fingerless gloves.
Just cut the ends off.
That's what I did. Because they're really good gloves, these. And it's like, the only downside to them is I can't use them when I'm streaming because you've got to use a lot of devices, press a lot of buttons on the camera and whatnot, see the chat. And the waterproof, very warm. Ready for this winter. I'm actually really excited for this winter. I think we're going to smash it. I think it's going to be great.
And Tasker sending a £2 super chat saying, loving the show today. Hyped for 4K. Yeah, I am as well, mate. Yeah, really looking forward to it. And Terry, thank you again, Tasker. Terry saying, can you tell us a bit more about your future task talk? No, because we haven't even planned it yet. We actually, that's another job on the list. We need to kind of get a list. But I think generally they want us to talk about the history of the channel, how the channel came about, maybe a little bit about how the channel works behind the scenes and stuff. So yeah, there's quite a few things they want us to talk about.
Yeah, and I want it to be like, I want people to learn from it. I want it to be like useful and meaningful for people. I don't want to just be like stuff we've already said, and I want it to be what's the word? I guess useful. People can benefit from attending. So that's a week on Monday, so the 21st of November. We're going to be doing a talk live in front of a live audience at the TAS.
Yikes!
At the TAS social evening. Me myself, I'm quite comfortable talking in front of audiences. I don't know about you, Martin.
I think I'll be fine. For me, it's more the leading up to it. I think that's it. And once on there, I'm sound. But the idea is not filling me with excitement at the moment. And it is weird because, and I said this on the last week's show, I think, we're talking to, like, especially on the Sunday show, like 3,000 or 4,000 people, but it doesn't kind of feel like you're talking to 4,000 people because you can't see them, you know what I mean? It is a big change, but we're looking forward to it, and we're happy that we got invited as well.
Tell you what, it does feel like when you're talking to 3,000 or 4,000 people when something goes wrong and then you're like, we've got 4,000 people watching this like unfolding in front of them. But yeah, so that'll be happening. TAS members can attend at like a lower fee, I believe. Let me just double check what Mike said to me over at TAS. He said it's only £2 for members, and non-members is £3.50 to attend. You just pay on the door, and you just show up. It's from 8 p.m, so I think the doors open a little bit earlier than that, maybe like 7. And it's here at the Runway Visitor Park at the cafe, I believe.
Yeah, it's in the cafe.
So yeah, if you want to come down and attend, that'd be amazing. But you don't necessarily have to if you're VIP of Airliners Live, because we're going to try and live stream it for you guys. For the VIPs, just so you guys have something to watch, and if you can't attend it in person, you can attend it here. So on the YouTube channel. So yeah, I mean, educational or add value. I wanted to add some kind of value. I want it to be like valuable. So maybe talk about some of the lessons we've learned. Martin can maybe talk about photography. I can maybe talk about video. But all in all, it's mainly just like a history of Airliners Live. Kind of like the Departure Lounge podcast when we were on that. A few anecdotes, a few funny and stories and whatnot. And yeah, I don't want it to be always just waffling about our lives. I want it to just be, like I said, add value to people, and maybe you can learn a bit from it as well, because we've been through a lot, the channel. There's a lot of challenges we've had along the way, whether it's technical, whether it's in terms of our own lives, of work-life balance, and dealing with our full-time jobs that we had to leave as well as the technical side of things. So yeah, there's a lot. We'll be recording it. Yeah, June. So that was the main thing, was we want to record it at least. And what we can do is, if we do live stream it for VIPs, the recording's there as well, so people who miss it live can go and watch it back. But yeah, we haven't planned it yet, so it's actually only been confirmed very recently. So
thanks, Susan. No worries. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams as well. See you on the next one.
Usually catch the flight control check at this point on the Virgin 330s.
Uncle Bucky on Twitch, tuning in from South Carolina. Welcome to you.
Nice. Hello.
And Gillian sending in a £2 super chat saying, Gordon is waiting on me hand and foot. Bless him. Nice, Gillian. How's the foot healing? Is it? I guess something like that takes quite a long time, right, to heal. And Greg also sending in a huge $20 super chat saying, here's for the equipment. I come from an AV background, so I know the beating the equipment can take. Cheers. Hey, thank you, Greg. That really does help us a lot. Both myself and Andy also were in AV before we came to Airliners Live. So, it's one of those things, mate. As I'm sure you know, it's not just maintaining the equipment, it's also keeping up to date with new equipment as well, because there's always something new out. But this upgrade for us is definitely something we always said we would do on the day one, and that's the 4K bump on resolution. So we're looking forward to that coming in the next month or so.
It's going to be great. It reminds me of when, like 4K channels started happening on TV.
Yeah.
And you'd have what was it, Sky? Was it Sky HD? But then you'd have the one that had 4K, basically Sky Plus was it called or something? And you'd have the HD channels, and then the 4K channels, and you'd tune into them, and you'd be like, "Whoa, that's a massive upgrade there."
Talking of TV, has anyone else watched this in the chat? I cannot believe the amount of violence on this program.
Oh gosh,
Gangs of London.
Oh,
so my Jen's brother has got Sky, and he, you've got you can share Now TV and stuff like that. So we were watching it on Now TV, and my mum said that she'd been watching it and that it was good, and it's a really good storyline actually, but the violence in it, oh my days.
Oh gosh,
it's you can imagine, right, gangs in London battling with each other. Some of the stuff that goes on.
It's a documentary, or is it
no, it's a drama,
oh right, okay,
it's fictional.
Not real world violence, just
no it's fictional, but it's really graphic. It's crazy,
right?
Me and Jen were watching it, and it sounds weird, but sometimes I just laugh because I just couldn't fathom how they were allowed to put that on television.
Jeez. It reminds me of is it Game of Thrones? Everyone really liked it, and that's really graphic, isn't it, as well? Did you ever watch that?
Jen watched it, I didn't watch it.
So Sam's trying to get me into that. She's constantly badgering me about it. We need to watch it together, we need to watch it. I'm I've tried to watch that before and I couldn't. I don't know. I like things that are quite realistic, and I think that's quite more.
I'm not into magic and that.
Yeah, magic and that. Yeah, that's the way you describe it.
The only thing that I like, really, in that kind of thing, it's not really magic. It's more of I don't know what would you call it, but Transformers. And the main reason I like Transformers, the films, is because of the sounds they make when.
Okay.
The sounds are just something else. The sound design has been done on those films for the noises that the Transformers make when they're moving and when they're fighting and that.
Yeah.
It sounds so good. And when you've got a big fat subwoofer, Andy, and you're watching Transformers, honestly, mate, it's something else. I was just sat there just oh! This is nuts.
Yes, okay. I'm sold. Maybe we should get it on in the office one day.
Mate.
Popcorn and that.
I'll have to show you. It's something else. But the sound on those films is great.
Our new office is big enough to have movie nights. We get some chairs in there.
Movie nights.
We have Airliners Live movie night. We would live stream it, but you're not really allowed to.
I'll tell you. For All Mankind is next level, says Tasker. Okay, we'll add it to the list, mate.
I still need to watch the new Top Gun as well. Apparently that's really good.
Melissa likes the serial killer programs. Yeah, I just come away from them a bit too uneasy watching them. We watched, what was the one? Oh, I don't really want to talk about it on stream, to be honest, but there was one that was, he was a serial killer and he was doing not very nice things to women and that. And
the Netflix one, is that?
Yeah, what was it called, Andy? I told you about it, didn't I?
You did, but...
And it was, it left me feeling a bit weird. Really, really weird, because he just seemed like a normal guy in the program. And you just couldn't... My head, I don't know why, I just can't put two and two together with that sort of thing. If someone's doing that, you want them to look like the sort of person who do that, not just like a normal, everyday Joe, do you know what I mean? That's when it freaks me out. No, it wasn't Dexter. It was what was it called? If Jen was in the chat, she'd know. Let me see if I can find it.
There we go. Wave mode.
The Fall.
Oh, I tried to watch that.
The Fall.
I got a bit. I don't know. I got a bit switched off in the first few episodes because it kind of got a bit. Too many people, you know. It's like, oh, this guy is the so and so, this guy is the so and so.
Yeah.
This guy is the super detective, and this guy is the second detective. There we go, the Virgin Atlantic A330-300 heading off to New York City, the Big Apple. Beautiful departure.
Yeah, has anyone in the chat watched The Fall? That left me feeling weird, that. Did not enjoy that. Yeah. But me and Jen just finished, we watched the whole of The Crown again, you know, all the series that are out now. We finished it last night, ready for the new series that's coming out in a short while. I think it's nearly out, isn't it? Isn't it like the 8th? Well, no, it's what date is it today? Is that any time now? I think it's out. Yeah, John, you've seen it. It says he's a great actor, but you know what I think sometimes, chat? Like, you know, when you've got to act that, like that, how can you do it? Do you not just feel really weird having to act like that? That must be really difficult, wouldn't it?
Like, I don't know. I've not seen it. I watched like 2 episodes or 3 episodes.
Well, you can imagine what he's doing.
Yeah,
like,
I can imagine.
You know what I mean? That's just so weird to me. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. He is a really good actor. I've seen him in quite a few things. Yeah, he is great.
Look at the light on the engine there, looking gorgeous.
Love it.
On the EasyJet here. We haven't had any waves yet. I think we had one, which was from a Logan Air ATR. Been fishing for more waves here.
Oh, it's out today, Mel. Got ya. Are they releasing the whole series at once, or do you have to watch it one at a time?
Wow, early rotation on the Flybe-8.
Cheers, Andrew. Glad you're enjoying them, mate. Norwegian 7-3 on the taxi out as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Cheers.
Oh,
Mike.
nice. We have a proper look at the Norwegian. Obviously, we I think we missed it because the Qatar was in at the same time.
Yeah, I'll grab a picture. I missed me Lufthansa 21 as well. Missing all my pictures today. Line of Duty, yeah, I do like Line of Duty as well, but that ending, what was all that about? That was rubbish.
See, I'm the opposite when it comes to like crime dramas and stuff. Like, you have to really pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And I like things you can just kind of sit back and just
no.
potato out.
I like twists and turns.
I don't want to be like, oh, this guy did this in 4 episodes ago. I'm like, nah, I've been busy all day. I want to come home. I want to potato out and before I go to bed.
Yeah, John, bodyguard. See, me and John are locked in. We know what's good on TV. Jen loves all sorts, but I just really like me CIA, MI5, you know, all the spooks kind of shows. And some crime stuff if it's not too weird. That's kind of my vibe on telly.
Here we go, Lufthansa next out.
Or things like The Crown. And I'm not ashamed to say as well, I really enjoyed Downton Abbey as well. Not ashamed to say that. You're going to laugh at me though, but hey, listen, secretly you all love it.
Lufthansa A321.
I like air crash investigation. I used to watch that on the train ride down to my mum's. I used to get some really weird looks.
Oh, I used to watch that on like the day before I'd fly. on the TV when I lived with my mum. It was it's an okay show. Obviously it's not massively accurate with the production side. It's decent though. I will say I do love that Mentor pilot, by the way. If anyone's ever seen him on YouTube,
he's doing some great material at the moment.
He goes so in depth, like, you know, you can tell he's really trying to farm like the kind of retention on the videos, but it's really good.
Norwegian's going to be taxing out to the left in a second.
Sweet. Oh, and also the Aer Lingus JFK service. I got a message from Owen this morning saying that the Aer Lingus 330's been cancelled today, heading out to Bridgetown, because the aircraft actually had to divert on its flight out. So sadly, it didn't actually come back to Manchester.
Karen Han, welcome to Premium Economy, brand new VIP. Thank you very much, Karen. Welcome.
How can you tell the difference between a Boeing and an Airbus? Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, I'd honestly just say you just kind of learn the different airframes and different shapes and things. I mean, general rules are things like usually Boeing have like sharpened noses, but then obviously when you get into like let's say the Dreamliner and stuff, it kind of becomes a bit vague, so there's no real easy rule. You can tell by the strobe lights. I mean, that's one way, but in all fairness, the best way to learn what the difference is just to learn the different aircraft, right?
Yeah, I think watching the stream with a certain radar tracking application may be the best way to do it.
Yeah, of course. Just something that comes with it's like saying, how do you tell a Ford from a Vauxhall? You know, it's something that you'll just learn by seeing them.
Yeah. Hey Gabs, welcome, hope you're well.
But yeah, the shapes, yeah, Mark saying, I mean, that's the strobe trick. So whenever you see, it was actually Sam who pointed this out to me, whenever you see an aircraft flying overhead, you can immediately distinguish if it's a Boeing or an Airbus. So, like, obviously, if it's dark, especially because then you'll see the strobes. And even at like cruise altitude, you can tell this because on Airbus, the strobes do double flashes. So you get flash like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and a Boeing just does one flash, just flash like that. So you probably can't see it on the stream on days like today, especially because it's very bright. So you can't really see the strobes very well on video. We can kind of see them with our eyes, but when you look on video, it's never as bright. Oh, an aircraft, very small.
I'm so glad we got that Scandi in the sun.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Next time you see an aircraft flying overhead, the only problem is if it goes into like like Embraers and things. But usually, if it looks like a fairly large airliner flying overhead, you want to impress your mates. Go, oh, that's a Boeing. That, by the looks of it.
You don't have any mates, have you? Uncle Bucky, welcome back with Twitch Prime. Thank you, dude. Hope you're well.
Mentor pilot is awesome. He really is. Fair play to him.
Cheers, Raymond. Glad you're enjoying the stream, mate.
The first video I watched of Mentor Pilot, it's probably the best, in my opinion, is the Pan Am and KLM incident in Tenerife. It was really, really well done. Really, really good. If you've not seen it.
Norwegian lining up next to depart. We'll get a nice shot of this for you guys.
Yeah, Norwegian in the sun there.
Thanks for hitting 1,000 likes, everyone. Really appreciate it. If you've not clicked the thumbs up button yet, let's give it a click for us.
Where do people even find plane friends IRL? Hey, at the airport.
Yeah.
Like the RVP and things. It's a really friendly place. Norwegian using loads of runway there. Getting their money's worth of 2-3 rights long runway. Wasn't expecting it to use that much. There's another aircraft ready to depart as well, lined up on 2-3 right at the start. Lipstick livery,
Heading back to Oslo.
They definitely paid for the whole runway. Yeah. Imagine.
And next to depart will be the Aer Lingus A321LR. In the Scandinavian 4608, heading back to Oslo, flight time of about 1 hour and 45 minutes. And only 7 months old, the aircraft flying this route today.
Also starting its takeoff roll now. On the taxi there, the Austrian Embraer 190 heading out. And there's an aircraft just behind on the approach at the moment. Going to be touching down soon. How come it goes to New York when it's so small? I mean, it's more for demand. It doesn't really need to be a big aircraft. It does daily flights, you see. And for the demand it needs to be an A321neo.
Mega shot that, mate. Love that.
That was cool. Climbed like crazy. Seems to be a lot of power in them Neo engines. The LEAP engines, of course. But I believe Aer Lingus will be upgrading the New York aircraft to an A330-300. Which would be awesome to see 2 A330-300s with Aer Lingus back at Manchester.
Just about to touch down is the Ryanair flight in from Qatar. Left 2 hours 40 minutes ago.
I'd like to see more 350s at Manchester though. Sadly, the Virgin Flight 75 is was it 75? I forget the flight number now, but no, it's not 75. That 75 is with a 330. I forget the one they used with the 350. But sadly, that's now concluded. That was a summer route. with the additional daily Orlando service with the A350-1000. So they're back to just using A330s at Manchester, with just the one service per day to Orlando. Gorgeous amount of sun today. Yeah, I'm very sad about it, Melissa. That was my favourite aircraft to see regularly. Yeah, it was either Hair or the 380 that was always the star of the show. I suppose catching the 380 arriving and departing on the same show is a big bonus though, so...
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's really, really sad about the 350.
And that aircraft is due out, I believe, in 5 minutes, but it doesn't look like we're anywhere near there yet.
We have to wait for it. The Austrian Embraer heading off to Vienna. Remember, folks, our Airliners Live official 2023 calendars are now on sale on the Airliners Live website, shop.airlinerslive.com. You can go and get yours ordered now, and we'll be shipping them roughly next week when they arrive in stock with us. We've had the proof already, and we actually showed it off on the Sunday show. It was really nice, really nice, high quality prints on there, and all the photos taken by the team here at Airliners Live, mostly Martin, but one photo by me. Taxiing around G-Crow. Yes, the command exclamation calendar as well. Nightbot has the direct link for you guys. No messing around.
Easy peasy. Next to depart would be the Ryanair flight to Gran Canaria. Just lining up on the runway now from Juliet 1. A couple of Ryanairs pinging up on the ground, and a Pegasus A320 Neo, which will be heading back to Istanbul. So, Nightbot, you can do... This sounds silly, but I think it'd be funny. Nightbot, you can do, like, counting, can't you? Like, this command has been triggered this many times. I think there will be some sort of... I know there's a report that shows, like, the top used command. Yeah,
I mean more like outfacing, so, like, on the command, on the text.
Oh, right, okay, I'm not sure.
Maybe Fezra, if you know how to do it, feel free, because I want a command for G-Crow. So G-Crow has been seen this many times, and every time we see it, just a little meme, a mod can like do G-Crow as a command. It sounds random, but
G-Crow +1 and it adds it.
Yeah, G-Crow has been seen 3 times. G-Crow has been seen 210 times. If you know how to do it, Fezza, feel free. Real steep climb from the Ryanair there. The big winglets on the 737-800. Looking great. And the sunny sky over there. Doesn't look so sunny when you look this way though. Big difference. A lot of
quite
clouds.
a bit of cloud rolling through there, isn't there?
I'll stick with the sunshine, thank you very much.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We are running into the last 20 minutes or so of today's stream, guys. Thanks so much for everyone tuning in on the show today. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Fezza doesn't have access tonight, but that's the issue.
I'll have to sort it out when I get back to the office, John.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Fez has just been adding them.
Yeah, John needs access to that for sure.
Sweet. So we are waiting for the departure of the King of the Skies, which is actually due out kind of now, like in a minute's time, basically. As you can see, there's still quite a lot of bits and bobs happening on the ground around the 380. The cargo ramp's still attached, the jet bridges as well. Although the catering trucks aren't connected anymore, it just seems like there's a lot still happening. So it's usually the case that by now the cargo ramps are done and dusted. And it's usually just the jet bridges as they kind of load the last of the passengers onto the aircraft. So it might be the other way around this time. We might see the jet bridges disconnect earlier and passengers situated, ready to go. Maybe the cargo ramp might disconnect after. Mike Casey, there's an Aer Lingus A320 from Dublin coming in next. Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. A lot of Aer Lingus flights connecting Manchester to Dublin. Of course, you've got Ryanair doing the same as well.
This Aer Lingus is in the green scheme.
The green scheme?
Yeah, man.
Green scheme.
The old one. Love it. Unless it's been repainted, I don't think it has, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty green to me. So I would love to see... I would love to fly, actually, on an Aer Lingus ATR onto that route.
Hey Tiger, hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks Twitch crew for tuning in today. Hope you're all doing well. Don't forget to check those Twitch Primes, boys.
I did have to watch back. You know, I think Sam said I was absolutely crying at it when you had the camera pointed at the wrong screen, and it was you and Matt with the three.
Can't see me head anymore because I'm sat down there. It is not. Hey.
On this, there's a Super Sunday show when you and Matt were.
That was funny.
We were downstairs and you had the wrong camera.
I had the wrong camera on. You just see me and Matt just watching it out the window. That was really funny.
That was when I was on the camera and I looked over at the chat and I just seen loads of people saying you missed it, and I was like, "What? Was my camera working that bad? Like, I don't get it." And then I'll look back and it's just you two sat there like, staring at the screen.
Hilarious.
It's just how Matt's patiently waiting as well.
Matt didn't say anything either.
Yeah, it was funny. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, don't take ourselves too seriously on the channel. It was funny. I watched it back a couple of times, just laughing.
The sun rotating around the RVP now, and it's actually getting to the point where the sun's looking really nice on the aircraft, lighting up the engines. Yeah, I was laughing so much. Literally crying. That in the sun, look at it.
Nice.
That's so beautiful. Wow. Tell you what, we say, like, you know, which is better, the new scheme or the classic, but this one in the sun, that's pretty nice. That's something else, that. Gorgeous. Need to have a bloopers episode. Yeah. Well, we did have the monthly Twitch highlights, clip highlight, whatever you call it, compilation, but not many people watch them, so
yeah,
there's a lot of work,
a lot of time to put together as well. So they kind of got pushed to the back of the pile, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Departing there.
That one's heading off to Nantes, 737-800. 13 years old, that aircraft, from 2009.
Mark said, according to the airport community app, the A380 should be due out at about past. Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Good. Yes, we can't stay much later than that today, I'm afraid.
You can see the jet bridges up there, still connected, as well as the cargo ramps. I don't know what's taking them so long. The aircraft wasn't actually that late coming in. I think it was roughly on time. Cheers, David. Appreciate you tuning in today.
Cheers, mate. Nice one. As you can see, the cargo ground handling's still connected there.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll be shifting that shortly, as it doesn't look like there's anything around it that needs to be loaded. They have moved the cone from behind the aircraft as well that was there a moment ago. We'll be keeping an eye on the jet bridges. Looks like there's 2 attached there still. Hopefully they'll remove those very shortly. Yep. You can see there's someone getting out there. Look. There we go, they're shutting that door around it.
Nice. Awesome. I like how from this view we can have like a live update about where the aircraft is in terms of getting turned around. The only thing we can't see is like the passengers loading on, of course, but then when that's completed, the jet bridge usually disconnects from the King of the Skies. John Fez is saying the APU is running at the moment. Awesome. So the APU, that would start off the GPU, right? Or would they leave that running? I guess it depends on the airline. But would they leave that running throughout the whole time of it being on stand, or would it just
I wouldn't have thought so. Maybe. How long is it the turnaround? It's been a good few hours. I doubt it.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours, isn't it, total, with this little delay?
Yeah, I'd be surprised, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure about A380s though. Hello from Centennial Olympic City of Atlanta, USA. Phil, hello to you, dude.
Welcome, Phil. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Definitely don't leave the APU running. Airports don't like that, yeah. I'd be surprised, Sky.
Yeah, so if it is on now, I assume it's probably just recently been turned on then.
Yeah, as Mark says, you can start them off the batteries anyway.
Ah, okay.
And that, what that does, chat, for those of you who aren't familiar, is it provides power to the aircraft. There's a little, so the APU is an auxiliary power unit that's built in to the aircraft itself. And when the flight crew get on board, they'll switch that on so that all their systems turn on and they can start doing things like preparations, entering the flight plan into the computers, getting the air conditioning running, things like that, just to prepare the aircraft whilst the passengers are boarding, and so that way they're pretty much ready to go.
Mark saying he usually leaves the APU on. I want clean air in the AC. Yeah, that makes sense, Mark. I suppose it's a bit different though, isn't it, with your particular airline? Because I suppose the turnaround's quite a bit shorter than like the 2 hours this thing waits. I think scheduled they allow it's an hour and a half, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen in an hour and a half.
Yeah, it is very odd how it is always late. That's the weird thing. Like, since we've come out of COVID, it's kind of expected now that the Emirates is going to be late, and not just the Emirates, but some other aircraft as well. But before then, it was kind of, well, it might be late, it might not. But yeah, it just seems like we expect at least the aircraft to be at least 15 minutes late usually, and it kind of takes you by surprise if it does go off on time.
But for such a prestigious airline, you know what I mean? Like, you think they'd get it sorted pretty quick. And
I know.
Is it a ground handling issue? Is it a passenger processing issue? I feel like from experience, it does seem like it's the jet bridges that hold it up. So, that could just be loading passengers on.
Potentially.
But, I don't know.
Mikey Williams, welcome to Premium Economy. Thank you very much for tuning in, dude, and supporting the channel today. And over in the chat on the Twitch crew, Mr. Enrico.
Yo.
How are you doing, sunshine? Hope you're doing well.
Martin had you on in the office yesterday.
Yeah, I hope you're well, dude.
We won't quite do the same when someone becomes a VIP on our channel.
Yeah. forehead kiss.
This Pegasus A320 Neo taxiing out. Thank you for coming in, VIP dude, Mikey. Appreciate it.
Cheers, dude. Welcome to the club, mate.
Yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button, as Flo says. That really helps us out a lot. I mean, 1,000 likes on a midweek show is pretty good.
Yeah, we're happy with that. Yeah, the midweeks are always quieter, obviously, because there's a lot of people in work. And to be honest, we kind of do a bit more of a relaxed show on the midweek as well. There's much less equipment. We're just hanging out, having a chat with you guys, enjoying the planes. And yeah, we take it a little bit easier on the midweek shows. Because usually once these shows finish, we go back and do a few hours in the office as well to catch up on things. We're finding at the moment that I'd say since starting the channel full time, that's probably been the hardest thing, is to balance time. I think that's the thing that we've been trying really hard to work out what kind of the optimal time balancing is looking like on the channel.
Yeah, because we could spend like 12 hours a day every day working and still find things to do. Okay, let's have a look at the 380 then, because it actually looks like it's making a lot of progress, pretty rapid. The jet bridges, like I said, is still connected, which means they're probably still loading passengers on. I can't see anything else. I don't have the best view, but I can't see anything else particularly that's going on.
The pushback truck is in position, but we've still got the chocks on the wheels, so it won't be going anywhere just yet. And obviously the jet bridge is attached as well.
I'd love to hear it from someone who works there, but I think if I could take a bet, I think they probably still have quite a bit of like maybe social distancing on the loading passengers in, and also I believe they can still be a little bit slow sometimes getting passengers through security and stuff.
Is social distancing still a thing on flights like that?
I think they still have. Does anyone in the channel know? They still have the mask policy, don't they, on
really?
A380? Yeah. And it's only since recently, like, for example, I flew Jet2 a couple of months ago, and I think they still had an element of that where they were disembarking in, like, rows rather than just, like, everyone disembark. It's like, row, blah, 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 disembark.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the situation with Emirates is, though. But yeah, there is a big difference between different airlines at this point. Like some of them still have these rules in place. Some countries still have these rules in place. We'll be live tomorrow around 12 o'clock. Sadly not, Mikey. No. I didn't have to wear a mask on Emirates or Qatar recently. Oh, fair enough, Mark. Yeah, they must have dropped that Monday then. Bit of rain falling now, which is bizarre. Cause
really?
Yeah, there's like hardly any clouds above us.
I was going to say.
$757 is my favourite, so sad I'll likely never fly one again. You never know, Christina. You never know. 75s are great, though. Definitely make use of them while they're still flying, especially if you live local to Manchester Airport. We have the luxury of being able to fly with Jet2 for like really, really decent prices. If you are looking at doing one, and you want like the cheapest price, I believe like Ibiza and Mallorca, Palma de Mallorca with Jet2 are really cheap, as well as Lanzarote, and they fly the 75s quite consistently on them. And yeah, they're a great experience to fly on. It's definitely worth doing while they're still here, especially if you're not already flying one. A Eurofighter above us, what, a Typhoon?
Oh, nice. And we've got a Pegasus, which is just lining up on the runway to depart, and following behind him. Wow, the Typhoon is literally just zipped through the approach path over Stockport, mate.
Is that
34,000 feet though? Unfortunately. Good luck finding that one.
Oh man, I love Typhoons. They are very cool.
And the Turkish A321 Neo will be next to arrive after this Pegasus departs. If the Typhoon does a right-hand turn, though, we may see it, but it's currently heading in the wrong direction for us where the clouds are.
Will Jet2 be replacing their 757s? Yeah, I can imagine they'll be replacing them with the 321 Neos when they arrive.
And arriving in about 10 minutes' time is the Malta Air Max, which would be quite nice to catch.
That will be good. I can hear something loud buzzing overhead as well. Maybe some props going above.
Yeah, the Typhoon's over the Peak District over it.
Lucky enough to catch the Typhoon at Liverpool Airport, where we did a show earlier this year when they were doing the real air show. We did a live stream from Liverpool. It was our first live stream from there, and yeah, it was so awesome seeing that aircraft so close at a commercial airport.
John saying it was a PC-12 that went over the top.
Oh yeah, figured it was something.
Oh, nice Wadders. I bet that was awesome, mate.
Oh, awesome.
Welcome, Roger. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. Captain Sass as well on Twitch. Hope you're well as well, dude.
Which airline will buy the Jet2 757? I'll flow it. So I think the issue is with the Jet2 757s is they're only keeping them until the engines need replacing. Because when the engines on a 757 need replacing, that's generally like, you know, it's obviously a very expensive replace, and they have like a certain number of hours that they can achieve. And I think Jet2 have deemed that when they need replacing, that's kind of not economical to keep them at that point, especially since they've got the 321 Neos rolling out as well. So
yeah, big order then. Yeah, so
when the engine hours run out, I think that's when they'll go, and they'll probably just go to the scrappers, or if there's freighters, they might get converted into freighters and see new life as them. Which is quite common to happen with the 757s, because they do make for very good freight aircraft. But yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
And next to land is the Turkish Airlines A321neo.
Might get a Wookiee howl from this.
Hopefully. Brand new aircraft from March 2022. So yeah, nice new airframe in from Istanbul. It left 3 hours 45 minutes ago.
We actually used to catch two E750s here at Manchester as well. They were pretty regular.
And we're following the Turkish is a Ryanair in from Treviso, just 737-800, so we can probably follow the Turkish all the way in. And then it looks like behind the Ryanair will be the Malta Air. And then we'll have another look at the Emirates and see how we're getting on.
A bit of wind on the approach there. You can see the aircraft making a few corrections. It was a bit gusty today. Nothing crazy though. It's not like the last midweek show.
That was something else, wasn't it?
That was ridiculous.
Hey, we had coats and everything and hats, all sorts on just a week ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Yufa, check those Twitch primes, mate. You won't see any ads then.
And there you go, the Prime Whitney engines. We love to see these. You can really hear the distinct kind of whistle when they taxi past. Star Alliance sticker on the side there as well. I'm loving this lighting, you know. Really nice.
Yeah, it is nice. We'll have a wide shot, Andy, when that Malta vacates, because that'll catch us on really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice scheme on the Malta Air. If you've not seen it before, you're in for a treat.
Where is it? Is it on final approach?
Yeah, so it's just about to hit Stockport now, so they'll get this Ryanair in, obviously, and then it's next to land.
Yeah, I do love the Malta Air scheme. It's quite rare we see it on the streams these days.
Yeah, it is. Looks like the jet bridges have shifted from the A380.
Yes. Great stuff.
When's Martin getting his BMW back? Yeah, we've not seen the BMW at Premiere for ages, have we?
Yeah. It's probably been repurposed.
Yeah, they've been sat there for a long time doing nothing, haven't they?
Yeah, so Premier Terminal closed, I believe, when COVID first hit. Before then, it was like, you know, this like executive terminal where no matter what airline you were flying with out of Manchester Airport, you could pay like 100 quid or something per person to use this particular white building here. And it was kind of busy, I think. Obviously, it was very controversial here at the Runway Visitor Park because it blocks a huge amount of the view of the taxiway over there. So, you know, that was met with a bit of negativity. But then, they after COVID, they shut. And since then, they've never reopened. I think they've dabbled with using it for like football charters.
I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep it for football charters and special occasions now.
Which is awkward because right next door is Signature Aviation, which is, you know, they're there for things like football charters and, you know, executive travel and stuff. So it's just this white building that is just there, closed, and the BMW that you used to see, I can't remember what it was, 7 Series or something, was like a chauffeur which you'd get in and it'd drive you to your aircraft. You could be flying with Ryanair to Dublin, you know, and you could spend a tenner on a ticket, but then you spend 100 quid on this, and you know you'd have your own little security and very elegant process of checking in, and then a chauffeur to your Ryanair.
But here it is, the Malta Air, which is a subsidiary of Ryanair, just arriving in next to land. Really nice scheme on this one. Fingers crossed it vacates in front of us, and we'll give you a nice wide shot of the livery. This is in from Paris, 737 MAX 8200. Grab a picture of this as well.
What a strange route to see this particular aircraft.
Yeah, you're right.
Really random. Paris Beauvais Airport. Love the scheme on this, though. What do you think in the chat?
Let's get a yay or nay vote on this one, guys.
Malta Air Max. Using idle reverse there, slowing the aircraft down. Huge lettering on the side, though. That's so nice. That's beautiful.
Really nice scheme, that.
I love the tail design. It's very nice. I'd love to see more of this in Manchester. Right, let's have a look at the A380, shall we? Want to see that going out soon. What is the King doing right now? Well,
Shock's still in place and the lower air bridge still in place. Gosh, okay.
so still loading passengers on the lower level. Who knows how far away that is?
Any update? Any of our pilot friends in the chat on this one, as we're on a pretty tight schedule today?
Yeah, that Malta Air is actually a Ryanair flight. So, as far as I know, all the staff and things on board will be in Ryanair uniforms. They'll be following Ryanair protocols. Yeah, it'll be pretty much a Ryanair flight. But I don't think the cabin is fitted with like Ryanair colours, as far as I know. I think it is in like a red. I'm not entirely sure though. Obviously, Malta Air, a subsidiary of Ryanair, though. Very strange to see that this aircraft on that route. I wouldn't be surprised if it went back to Lukware after this. We shall see. Will it be out before the 380?
And next to arrive, quite a way out at the moment, just in from Belfast, an EasyJet A320.
The grass around your trailer is so muddy. Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, it is very muddy.
Bring the right shoes when you come to the RVP.
But it's to be expected, obviously, in this weather we've had at the moment. We had some pretty heavy rain. So, just get them wellies in the car. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, I always wear boots to these kind of things.
That's somewhat...
Don't want to do
what's the word? Positive, I guess. Seeing the ground controller connecting up to the audio panel of the A380 so that you can speak to the pilots.
It's really nice having all this grass around, especially in the summer though. And you can have a picnic out, the RVP, got the picnic benches here as well. It's a really good vibe. Doesn't get so popular though, the grass, this time of year. Mireia saying, hola from Barcelona, Spain.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome, welcome. I love
Thanks for tuning
Barcelona. Beautiful city Barcelona is. Beautiful, beautiful. It's hard to pick which is nicer though, Barcelona or Madrid. Both stunning cities for sightseeing. Yeah, it is a great place, the RVP though. We've been coming here for many years now.
Yeah, we love it. We've been coming since the very early days of the two mounds for the channel. We were always on the left-hand side mound, squeezed on there with all the spotters. And back in the early days of me and Charlie, we did, I think, the very first charity fundraiser off those mounds.
Yeah.
I think we raised a couple of £1,000, which was awesome.
I got cookies. Hello to you.
Hey, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I love it there. I want to go back to Barcelona. Yeah, really nice city. I want to go back just to get some nice photos and really explore. I love the markets there. I forget the name of them. The one that's just off Las Ramblas. Really, really cool, nice markets there. Anyway, got an EasyJet coming in next. How are things over in Iowa, is it? I got cookies, if I remember rightly.
Wow. We've just had an aircraft go over the top of us, a 787-9 Dreamliner from All Nippon Airways, operated by Air Japan. Left Tokyo 13 hours ago.
Whoa.
And it's arriving in Paris Charles de Gaulle in 46 minutes.
Wow.
What a long flight that is.
Yeah. A little bit wobbly on the approach there, the A320. Well, there you go. Beautiful landing. Into the sun as well.
Yeah, it's a really long flight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lucas, welcome from Argentina. Great to see you.
Welcome, Lucas. The picture quality is so clear. Thank you, Louise. We try our best. Flying bull again.
It is, back in from Belfast. And Cookie sending in a $5 donation. Thank you so much. Saying lower is good. Going to be 23 degrees today. Supposed to be getting snow.
What? I need to move to Iowa. This sounds like my kind of place, if I'm honest. It's pretty chilly here in Manchester today, but the sun's out, so I find that when it's pretty chilly, it's enough for like t-shirt weather, t-shirt and gloves.
Very weird combination.
Yeah, it's Manchester for you, because you find yourself getting too cold if the sun goes behind a cloud, and then too warm if you're in the sun too long. Got a KLM 737 pinging up on the ground here at Manchester, now taxiing out, heading back to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, 737-800. And on final approach, in from Dublin is Ryanair flight 3887 to Ryanair 737 MAX 8-200. That left Dublin just 33 minutes ago. A nice little hop on the MAX there. We are currently looking at the Emirates A380. It always feels like when I'm not streaming, it's relatively not too late.
Yeah.
And when I am doing a stream, it's...
Yeah, I mean, we can literally wait 10 more minutes, and then we really have to go.
Yeah.
So we will keep our fingers crossed, guys. We've got a couple of things to sort out for the Aviation Society before... their shop closes at 3 p.m. today, so unfortunately we are on a bit of a deadline.
Yeah. Yeah, the A380 sadly still, months after the restart with the 380 service at Manchester, still having teething issues, get it out on time. It's now approaching 45. It's about 40 minutes late now.
Yeah.
It's still not even started to move. What are we waiting for? Mrs. Airliners Live says. This thing.
The Emirates A380.
Yep.
Yeah, as usual then, yeah. It's always late. Always late. And as Andy said, whenever we're at the office just keeping an eye out of it, going over, it's always on time. It's like we just can't make it up, can you? Yeah, it looks like the lower jet bridge is still connected. There's something going on passenger wise there, isn't there?
Like you said there, it's mental, because before COVID it was like, mostly on time, and now since it's just like guaranteed to be late. I think it's probably been out on time from what I've seen, like once or twice, like in terms of me being here seeing it. Out of the countless times. So it is what it is, isn't it?
It still says final call, does it? Yeah, we may have to call it, guys, I think.
Yeah,
I think we may have to call it because it's doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere anytime soon, in my opinion. We'll get this next aircraft in, which is a Ryanair from Dublin. What's this BizJet following it? Does it have a nice scheme on it? No picture. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm afraid we are on a bit of a schedule today, guys.
Yep, I appreciate you all sticking around, though. Apologies for those who are waiting around for it. Yeah,
there's not much we can do when it's coming up on nearly an hour late, I'm afraid. That'll be what it is by the time it pushes back, I'd say.
We'll catch us Ryanair Max, especially in the nice lighting as well. You've got to make the most of that.
Yeah, those engines getting lit up nicely.
Loads of sunshine on today's show, and we've loved it here at Airliners Live on the Midweek Madness show. We'll be back live again on the Super Sunday show. There's no show tomorrow from Vancouver. Henry's still away on a little holiday at the moment. Back live Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Make sure you're there for the Super Sunday show with our excellent, huge setup we have, including all the multiple cameras and the live instant replay system that happens as well. So, and loads of heavy traffic on the Sunday as well. It's definitely the place to be tuned in to on your Sunday mornings from 10 a.m.
Yeah, make sure you tune in. Home of the instant replay, Airliners Live. Looking forward to it. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in today and sent super chats in, and a very warm welcome to all of our brand new VIPs that have signed up today as well. Cheers to all the regular viewers. Twitch crew, if you've got any raid requests, let us know in the chat. Mr. Fezzer will send a raid over to someone on Twitch. And thanks to everyone on YouTube who's been tuning in today. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. I know it's been a bit more of a quiet show today than usual. Hopefully the traffic picks back up next week. Again, it always seems to do that, I think, around school holidays and stuff. So no doubt next week it should hopefully be back to normal.
Gradual stop there from the Ryanair Max. Not in a hurry to get off the runway. I think it's going to use the rapid exit taxiway though, coming up on the right hand side. Yeah, thanks for tuning in today, guys. It's been a nice chilled show. Plenty of aviation action live here at Manchester Airport. Like we said, we're back live on Sunday for the Super Sunday show. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, good shout, John. Good shout, mate. Yeah, ladies and gents, if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to send you over to Enrico now, a big real-life fan of the channel and a CSGO streamer that I've been watching for a while. But that's going to wrap it up for the midweek show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much for all the support. Mr. Andy up there on the camera doing a great job as well. Well, that's going to be it today for the for the midweek show. We'll see you again on Sunday. Thank you very much all for tuning in. As always, we've been Airliners Live.
Yep, make sure you go on over to the merch store as well. The calendars are now on sale. Go and get yours ordered, and they'll be shipped next week as soon as they arrive. The Airliners Live 2023 calendars. It's awesome. It looks great. Loads of epic, high-quality aviation photos taken across Manchester by the team at Airliners Live. And get yours ordered now. And you can use your VIP discounts if you're a business class or above member as well.
Yeah, get yourselves involved. As always, ladies and gents, we've been Airliners Live. Thank you very much for tuning in to the midweek show. And we'll see you all on Sunday. Take care.
See ya.